Are back. No, there is no dinner break. So we got Tom Haid as a guest commentator and Joe Olson again, so
What's
that
up,
way we can
guys?
get a.
I don't know that
Okay,
mine.
so yep, you're working.
Cool.
And that. Oh, okay. So yeah, we've got all the mics going, and so this is the finals. It's Phil. How you spell his name? E-S-A-S.
AASEN.
Yeah. Well, I went,
Yeah.
okay. So we got Phil's.
Go ahead and type TTO after it.
You know what? I'll do this. So what I'll do is I'll jump out and I'll actually go on the inside and wait and watch.
Sweet.
Okay. Do we have someone on text that we can like look at hands and stuff?
That's what I'm gonna do. I just got to change up this one.
Yeah, it's actually good because Joe and I can be like.
Yeah, we both know the cards in. Well, did you build that deck with Chu? Do you? Okay. Yeah.
So there you guys go. Yeah, I'll go inside. I got this. So if you guys are actually gonna.
Oh, so we can hear it. You can hear us.
So I should be able to hear you guys.
Cool.
No.
Because I can't hear anything in
You know
this.
what?
I don't know if this. Okay.
Judge.
Okay, great.
Hey,
No, this
can we
doesn't
get a
have any
judge?
sound apparently. Oh, those sleeves are trippy.
Can the chat hear us? Can someone in the chat, Crypto, can you say that you can hear us if you can hear us? Or
Can
Mike
you?
French?
Yeah. Can you hear all three of us? Tom Haid, Justin Desai, and Joe Olson right now.
Tom test.
I feel like these should have little green things going
Yeah,
if
mine,
we were.
mine doesn't seem to. I can't hear. Are there? I can't hear.
Okay, so
Yeah, like no one's responding in the chat, and people are saying stuff but not saying they can hear us.
so it should be going.
Oh, there's stuff.
I can hear you. Okay. Hi, Crypto.
Cool. Crypto said
So we
you
have
can hear
Joel
us now.
Olson, Justin Desai, Tom Haid commentating on the world's final.
Okay, and can they hear me so I can? I'll go to going.
I can't hear anything in here, but
Yeah, you guys won't be.
Okay.
You guys can hear
okay,
me.
cool. Yeah.
Cool.
See if they're.
So you can hear him.
So it looks like Chu as the higher seed, the 7th seed, versus Phil the 8th
Eighth
seed,
seed, yep.
got to choose which side to start. So Chu chose Profit, which is starting seeking an audience. I must
Yep.
be allowed to speak both virtual
Side
and
tour.
side tour.
All virtual cards.
And Phil, of course, does the normal
Leadership
TTO.
For Obi, which is
Um,
there's non-virtual Obi now. Interesting. I guess he can seeking for the Leia. You guys play Black Sun Fleet?
yes.
Okay, so he can seeking for the Leia. So that's probably just a card. Is Obi-Wan?
I'm pretty sure choose on non-VOB.
Yes, non-Obi, which has basically so he gets the Leia. I think just because he doesn't want to pay 2 to the seeking, and now he can play Leia and seeking 3PO on turn 1.
And it looks like Phil played a spin to get black 2 so that
Yep.
a spy doesn't blow him out at the bunker. He can just.
Now you guys
throw-
did not start Erica. You don't have Erica in your deck,
Erica's in the deck. He chose not to start it
so the
because.
R3PO tech has been leaked.
Is R3PO in there?
Yeah.
That's funny. What he was figuring is it would be a race for him to find Gik before Chu found Corrin, and with use pal searches, it's not worth her maybe getting beat down.
Okay.
So,
So BB-8 in hand is a great card for Johnny.
yeah, direct damage.
seems
And
like
it
his
looks
hand
like
is
Johnny's got a
guys.
lot of characters.
Yeah.
He's got Anakin, he's got a Master Luke, he can use pal search. He's going to be getting out sabers and guys really fast.
Yep.
Putting
and
on pressure.
BB-8 and
BB-8's gonna ping with
King's
Was
for
Leia.
Leia.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so Moff goes down, and Phil's checking his.
Goes to Endor, so he has no fear of the one of Booster's Pulsar's Gate, which is probably fair. That being said, the retrieval on Profit mitigates the drain. It's gonna be interesting to see who plays Battle Plan first.
Well,
Yeah, how well
trying.
do you guys know Johnny's deck?
So
No, we don't.
You don't know anything about it. Okay. Is your TTO like relatively standard? Minus like
For the Profit matchup, it is. It's got some good
Yeah,
tech
I'm
cards
not
for
sure
other
the-
matches, but you know,
the chat
like
can
the
actually hear
double
me,
lateral
so-
came in handy last game
Double
against
lateral,
Greg,
yeah.
but
Did you play 2
Against-
laterals in that match?
yeah.
That what sealed it. The
yeah,
second lateral.
yeah,
Holy cow.
the second lateral, Greg peeled 13.
Was there 3?
No, there's
Big
two.
lateraled one
He
and
did
lateral
retrieve
one.
one with the firepower at one point,
Wow.
but it was played twice. And
So,
in-
chat,
indoor
why don't you
shield.
guys talk a little bit about what you guys expect to see in this matchup? TTO versus Profit. I mean, a lot of direct damage on both sides. Who do you think is going to come out on top? I can say from testing with Chu and talking about the Profit and building it this morning, it was a deck that we've had for a while, but we added more pings because we initially wanted to beat.
So I'm guessing Trooper Sabak is in there.
Can't say that. I'm not actually sure. He didn't, like, I don't know
Oh.
his list. But we wanted to beat Tom Hade, and we said he's either going to play Court or he's going to play like an ISB do nothing deck. So we're just like, let's put every card that pings in it. And
I would think. I mean, Chu plays Trooper Sabak a
Right.
lot, and I mean he had it in his last
Yep.
NPC RST version, and so I'm guessing. Yeah, so Phil's gonna get out Decree V to mitigate the Profit. So the Profit damage will be 1. The
BB-8.
BB-8 will be
No,
1.
Erica's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that means Chu will get some fast damage himself.
And then BB-8 in opening hand is actually like really incredible.
What are the pings you're playing?
What's that?
What are the pings?
So we play the Blaster effect. And he plays
that's
Leia's
huge.
Blaster. And BB-8, and then R3PO in the matchups where like they think they're going to start Erica. I mean, when you can get and Profit itself, you can get ping of 4 without having to spend force for battle plan. This stuff happens.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, then a drain of 2 becomes you lost 6 cards.
Right.
And we do have a Baragwin.
And Profit can shield bust. I mean, Phil's already pulled
Profit can
Coward
shield
and
bust.
Grabber, so if he can
Coward's a
shield
strange
bust
one,
him,
this
and yeah, I don't know why he cowered, because Johnny's going to be at 2 battlegrounds. Maybe not immediately for the Profit
So
retrieval, but we're not there
interesting
yet.
that Johnny doesn't seem to have Twixes and
Or
you-
pullers.
or pullers.
Yeah,
So
they're in his reserve.
he's activating 6. He does get. He probably just checked so he can play Leia and search his use pile. And if he has a speak, I feel like he can come back from a slower start. But if he doesn't, it's not great.
Well, he does have the extra turn or 2 because of Profit retrieval. Like, that'll give him time to set up if he gets Luke free, Saber, Leia, BB-8, retrieve the 5, and immediately do like 4 or 5 back.
Right. Right. Now,
And-
you guys
and-
play
and-
what system? Kashyyyk?
Naboo.
Naboo. Now, do you play? I'm guessing that now I wonder if Phil is aware of a gift, and will play an alien ship at some point.
That's a good point. Yeah, if Boba
Like
Fett's out.
Boba Fett or Boss or something. Just like random ship. Hey, get to my second system just
Right.
as fast as I can, but not recognize that Vader and DS6 and 2 are really the only, or Baron or whatever, are the only ones he wants to play.
Yeah, that would be big.
Suspect a gift with 3PO on table like that.
Yeah, especially Bear. The Baragwin in hand is good, just to know he's not gonna like top deck it to something later in the game.
Yeah, Baragwin retrieval is going to be big in this game too.
wonder.
That's like its own ping,
Yeah.
negating damage.
Drawing cards. Wow. Drawing cards that aren't super great. Nabrin,
Leadership.
just a little behind on tempo.
Yeah, for having all those characters. But
So, Gravity Shadow 2002. Why no Erica start in the AC? Joe said that Corn is an issue, like a fast Corn, you get beat down. Also, they're accidentally playing around R3PO. I guess they hadn't thought of R3PO, but Chu does play R3PO.
and does he not play Corn?
Plays Corn.
Oh yeah. So I mean, either of those is bad. But yeah, the main reason that we were thinking is light can find Corn faster than dark can find Gik because
Okay.
of the use
And
pal
you have one
searches.
One Gik.
Yeah. A Gik and a Masterful to pull it.
It's actually really interesting because both of these decks have like the ability to just like do so much damage outside of having to pay for battle plan, which probably it's going to be interesting to see if Phil plays battle plan too, because Johnny can kind of play whenever he wants, where Phil has to be really aware of shields.
So what does Johnny have to mitigate? Does he have a... He's got...
Oh, Phil's getting a Verify here, which could be pretty big in terms of
It's shield bust, yeah.
Shield
Or
bust.
shield management.
yeah, well, and seeing how much space he has,
Right.
you know, anything like that.
Now, Tom, tell me about your match against Johnny. It was a rough one for you.
Yeah,
The aliens.
I had like 3 aliens and a droid, and Audience Chamber, and he came down with like 2 mains, 2 sticks, 2 supporting characters.
Jeez, it's ugly. Yeah.
Balance of Fluke, and overflow me for 20 something.
Yeah, so Dan's saying there's a landing claw, but
But you play
there's no capitals in
Houndstooth?
there. Nope.
No, not even play that.
Yeah, Houndstooth isn't in there, so landing
I
claw.
wonder if we will see that Pulsar skate at some point though, like in a situation where Phil
Well,
underdeploys. and-
Right, if all he's got is like a lone bear in there and Pulsar Skate Screaming Lando comes down or something and
Yeah.
draws 2 Destiny and
And
clears it out.
no
and-
Black Sun Fleet with Leia, so
Yeah.
like you can't.
Right. Can't
It's
rebeat.
like the last turn of the game, you know, like
Right.
when
When everyone's tight on life force
yeah.
and then
you wouldn't do
Chu
it
gets
now,
a few
but
free
you do it, like,
drains.
you know.
so Chu loses to Drain.
Does Phil have
Oh, that's
Decree
funny.
V? Yes, Phil does have Decree V. It's not out yet. He did not start it. Interesting, you guys still started combat response though. You didn't. You felt like the velocity.
Yeah, getting paired ships out quick to start draining, start doing GTO
Because
damage.
your mic's low.
I thought he started Kitty-Boy. What's the third effect under Endor Shield there?
That might be the shield puller. Remember, he's. Oh no, Endor Shield. Yeah, I think that looks like Kuat. Yeah, that is Kuat.
I think he
And-
started Kitty-Y and turn 1 surface defense for combat response.
or maybe the other way around, right?
Yeah, can we turn up your mic somehow? Like, why is this green line capped right there?
Is that me?
Yeah. They're saying they're having trouble hearing.
We'll get Tom's situation figured out.
Scoot that closer to your mouth, maybe.
Yeah, it's like it's capped.
Huh.
Wait, just like yell into it real
Like
quick.
Yo!
Yeah, it's still capped.
I think I have a volume button down here.
Let's choose game plan here. Maximize pinging. He has to figure out when he wants to flip.
When-
Does he want to have the cards in his lost pile? Coward's out. So he does have to be aware of like Han dying for a turn and like taking him off. You guys play control set for stun?
Yeah, so Phil's plan will be to play control set for stun.
Twice?
Twice, yeah, to bounce Han and shut off
Play choke fader.
profit damage and drains. Nope.
Monarch. Wow. Okay, Monarch in the deck. That is the best card against Johnny Chu. Those of you listening at home.
There's a Scepter Stone.
Lateral
Lateral.
damage. Vader's card's actually pretty decent. Both players have gotten off to a
spins.
relatively slow start. I mean, I know that Phil's kind of just does. This is what Phil's deck does, but Johnny certainly
Sets
got
up.
off to a slow start.
He's only had 1 turn and he drew. Like it's
Yeah,
we'll
but
see.
it just
Yeah, he ate the
feels
drain.
No
he could
system, no sights.
Yeah, well that's pretty crazy. He activates the farm.
Yeah, so we
But
might
none
we
of
think
the
about
other-
not playing the farm, because like if you just stack it with like 2 guys and like, you know, Master Luke's actually like not that adept at getting. So Boba Fett is interesting. Master Luke's actually not that adept at getting like Dooku off the table or something. You know,
Uh-huh.
he's great against Tom Hate alien decks. 30 odds. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me at all?
Oh, scroll down.
Check and see, Tom, if the button on your mouthpiece is on or off.
Oh. It was off. Slide that over to on.
There we go. We have Tom Hade, the defending world
can you hear
champion
me?
for the next.
That's why it was so quiet. It was
Hour and a half.
He was coming through our mics 3 feet away.
Yo, how's it going?
Use those in between.
So you guys missed all of Tom Hade's brilliant insights. He
Yep.
laid out the whole match, solved it.
I just talked about how I got crushed by Chu.
Crushed by Chu. You lost to Phil.
It's a
I lost
common-
to Email in a very frustrating match.
Yeah, all the day 3 losers
All
sitting
the
here
day three
commentating
losers
for you guys.
And Tom Kelly is somewhere.
Right there.
So Chu looking through his deck, probably looking for Boshuda. He loves looking for Boshuda.
All his sites were in the deck, so he's not going to be able to use.
But
powerful
maybe
sight.
like the farm pull for a speak or a Wisa.
Oh,
It's hard to
yeah.
count that number of 3 speaks, 2 Wisas or whatever.
Lisa.
Not, I know there's not the start that Chu wanted. Chu wanted to have R3PO out with it started Erica and like already having Phil lose cards.
Uh-huh.
The other thing too is that like Chu has played no games against this type of matchup. He's played against aliens decks that can't drain at the audience chamber, and he gets to just play on his own terms.
True.
And this matchup,
Yeah,
is not
choose
that at
matchups
all.
today have been incredible. To choose
Incredible.
Profit and then get paired against Court round 1 and my kind of scum round 2,
And
you're
also,
just so happy.
IE versus Tatooine system start wasn't a bad one either.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Why'd you guys get off the RSD? Seemed really good.
It is good. I think it's
Changes
one of the
to
better
really-
decks right now. I didn't want to
What do you even hate? Like, what's the? I mean, other than, like,
entanglements, and we were in Tom and
Point
Greg's
ones.
bracket.
So entanglements is a bad.
Entanglements is really
Decree
tough.
and, like,
Ju-
Slider and
I,
IO.
Jimmy disagrees with me. He thinks RST just beats it, but the problem is, like, if you blow it, they have decree out, so they reduce the damage by 4, and so then you have to go over and attack them, and once you blow it, your activation's like
Nothing.
14, and Luke's 8, and then you play Chewie
Yeah.
for 5, and you're like, what are those two guys gonna do? You can't
They
get
lose-
together the huge beat
They
squad
lose,
because
like
it's
Wolf Yolerin.
yeah, everyone's so expensive over there that it's hard
Yep.
to set up
Makes
something
sense.
big.
Yeah, and you were in the IE bracket. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
So that looks like Leia with Anakin Saber. Now,
Leia
when will
found
we
the boss knife
see
chambers.
an attempt on the ground to go at Han?
I
Out
think
of
the set
Phil?
for stuns mainly no. So
is it just the set for
Phil's
stuns?
ground. So this is a super space heavy build. It's got Erica V. It's got Image. It's got U3PO.
Which is actually not that good because it's more gonna be like about one drain to move over.
Sure. In this match, but I just
Yeah,
mean in
yeah,
general,
sure.
it's playing a bunch of ground damage mitigation. It's got tap maul for space, so there's no EPB
Okay, so
mauls.
there's no to like kick and like hope this swing and stuff.
Right. So we
Okay.
won't see much ground interaction here, and obviously we won't see much space interaction. It's going to be a drain race.
And he has the mono.
Oh, and
There's
Phil
no
pulls.
try.
There's no
Interesting
try.
Shield selection here.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that.
You get shield
And
busted.
So maybe
He's
maybe
gonna get
he
shield busted.
verified and saw sense.
yeah, and that does 3 direct damage, which is big. But also, how many interrupts are you going to be playing in this? Like, he's not sensing spin.
Or command.
Or command, yeah.
Yeah, he's not really. He's like
there's-
sensing
there's a-
inconsequential
there's a-
barrier.
He's
No,
probably worried
he's
about
sensing
set for
control set
stun.
for stun.
Oh, that's true.
Is Chew playing inconsequential barriers?
I think he has one. Do we have the deck list over there? No, I think we have choose. I don't know if we have.
Yeah,
You could
I
probably
know all
tell
the
us.
cards.
I don't
in
know
Phil's.
every single card, but you didn't. You
Yeah.
played the decks,
Oh, we
right?
got the deck
Yeah.
list.
Let's choose Profit. Booster, Naboo, Chambers, JCC, Moisture Farm, 2 Speaks, 3 Wisas, Projection of Skywalker that's a blank, a gift, a Virgins that will not be in effect this game.
Nope.
Good blaster at your
he
side
does.
is very
He
good.
has 1 escape pod Redoom combo to shut off the TTO damage for a turn.
So only one. That's good for Phil. BB-8, General Leia is great. Peregrine, 3PO, R3PO. 2 Liberal Leaderships, 2 Jedi Levs, Weapon of a Fallen Mentor, Sorry About the Mess, Hear Me Baby, Someone Who Loves the Biff Shuffle. Maybe like,
So what-
This is actually not. There's some cards missing here that will help him against Phil. So there's no Sabek. And
There's no Sabek, but what will
no
help
inconsequential.
is
that's
Phil's going to space, Johnny's going to ground. It's going to be a drain race. They're both going to get to
we call it a drain
around
race too, and it's like actually like a ping race.
a ping race. Yeah, it's going to be a damage race, and no, they'll both be paying to drain as well.
Well, they'll be paying a drain, but it's,
Yeah.
the pings are actually like more than the
Yeah,
drains. The drains
yeah.
are like 2 and the pings. Now, the Black Sun Fleet thing is interesting because it's like towards the end of the game, they could actually have a situation where like paying 6 to drain is like the entire turn.
Yeah, totally. I think
All right, so Naboo comes out.
like if I'm picking right here, I think Chew might have the slight edge in this because of all those pings, and then the Baragwin. I think that's going to come
So-
up huge at the end.
I would have said that Chu was a huge favorite before the match started. I think that his start has really inhibited.
I'm with Desai on that. I think Chew's not going to be able to get damage in fast enough.
I think he will. Like he'll right now he's got 5 and lost. Yeah, he can't quite free him this turn because of coward, but
But TTO
he's-
does do more once it gets going. Like Image and a Spy and the set for stun. Like he does, other than the We're Doomed, he doesn't really have anything to inhibit once you get the effect out. 7 damage every single turn.
yeah.
Whereas you can set for stun. Now, all this being said, this will probably be a win by like under 12.
I agree for either side, and
So-
I think it could be a win under 5. I still think choose at a slight advantage here.
I hope Phil
Um,
doesn't forget to pull TTO again.
Did he forget to pull it in a previous
then
game?
Yeah, and then he top
top-decked
decked it last game.
Oh,
Still
boy.
got there.
Well, that will probably mean that he will not forget.
So he paid to move. So maybe it was in
So
force
there's
pile.
No TTO.
So there's no
That's
TTO.
Big.
But
It
he
also
is.
seems like he's playing relatively conservatively.
Yeah, I guess he's either worried about bips. Yeah, he must be.
And do you think? I mean, he this is the World Finals, but do you think he's aware of like Leia blocks on fleet?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay. Now, good for Phil is that he's not played an alien ship. Probably Chu playing the 3PO where he put him.
3PO does nothing to, or a gift does nothing to Zuckuss
Well, that's
Miss
what I'm
Hunter, though, right? I mean,
Yeah,
it
it
needs
does-
an
that
actual
does that
alien
thing.
character,
Yeah,
right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just have the Boba Fett. I'm like,
That's I think the only alien in the. Oh, in America.
yeah.
Yeah, there's no boss.
I know from playing this matchup in years past, and this was a different, legacy format and stuff. You like never wanted to wait to retrieve with Profit. You just wanted to like flip
And start doing
and
damage.
just start doing like so much damage. Like if I was Chu, I would have been tempted to play Leia BB-8 turn 1.
Especially
And
putting
free hunt.
pressure on TTO.
I mean that's
Jim.
4
Well,
damage a turn from turn 1.
The
He
other
he had
thing-
that play.
Maybe he had something he wanted to draw for. He does have a speak in hand right now, but maybe he just activated JCC because he just handed the
Yeah,
deck
it
to
just.
Phil.
I mean, think about this. This is Chu's turn 3 or 4,
3, and he's not flipped.
and he could have done 8 to Phil
Yeah.
at this stage in the game, which is a lot of cards.
Well, at the very least, even if he didn't, he could have done a couple BB-8, even if he didn't
yeah,
want
I
to free
don't
yet.
know why he's not playing.
Like, why
BB-8.
wasn't BB-8 out last turn when Leia came down? Maybe he's thinking Phil has EPP Maul.
No, we are under the impression that Phil has a much more robust. We didn't
Ground.
watch his games, and we heard that he beat Jakku. And we didn't realize it was completely about space. So
Yeah.
we had the understanding that like maybe like it was a stacked site,
Yeah.
like some type of action there. So that's why he's not playing the farm either. I'm guessing. Now, no TTO effect, right?
Correct.
No, he does have it. He does have it. He just
Yeah,
played
it's
it,
out there.
and he played Decree.
And Decree. Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, TPO helper effect. I thought you
Yeah,
meant
no
the,
TTO, but yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Anakin's coming down.
So he's probably just gonna move
Chu's
the
playing
Anakin
conservative. They're
over.
both playing quite conservative, a little feeling each other out.
I think Chu's gonna flip right now.
I think
Luke's
he's
gonna
comes down and
flip.
use
Two
pile.
locations to
And
retrieve.
no light side search and destroy. Not that anybody would ever play that, but it would be good to hear.
Hope she's all right. Yeah, I don't think there's enough dark space right now.
Not taking the activation.
Now, when you guys played this mirror match, did TTO win both games?
No, TTO should be advantaged, but then Phil got a great start with light and played it perfectly and blew up the Death Star,
Oh, he blew up
and
the
so
Death
then I knew I was way behind, and
We played the Falcon.
yeah,
Falcon Virtual.
yeah.
We played Cornhorn as well on the Falcon Virtual.
No, just Jedi Luke.
Yeah.
I moved in and blew it up.
When I've tested that matchup, it's just you draw for Cornhorn and Jedi Luke, and
Yeah.
you play them to the Death Star, and you move to the second sector on the first thing.
Yeah,
You're just like,
yeah.
You're 2 turns faster. So Rey comes out. So we've got now we've got the setup. So
Does
turn
another
3,
use pile search
we've got the
and pulls a blaster
Awesome.
ping card,
okay. So now
So-
we're talking
and BB-8 came out.
3 pings. Ping
Yeah.
with Profit reduced to 1. Ping with BB-8. Ping with
Blaster card.
blaster deflection. Luke's lightsaber. Anakin's lightsaber. So 2 drains of 2. Ping of
1, 2, 3.
3. So that's 7 now. And Phil's got a drain for 2.
Yep.
And Han has not been freed.
Right. So he'll get those
You can
5
free
back.
him at any time,
He'll
too.
free him after the drain. So now, okay. So now I've
Looks like Chu also redeployed Anakin's lightsaber onto Anakin and put the blaster on Leia.
great call.
Yeah,
Great
yeah.
call.
Moved the lightsaber over from Leia to Anakin.
So
and the
Meadow,
blaster card.
BB-8 pings for 1 with a resistance character, and there are we have the
General
new
Leia,
General Leia.
Rey.
It's more for Leia. I mean, we have a Rey, but we pulled a Leia. So
It's like a mini Padme, basically.
Oh gosh, Padme.
and I believe that is Anakin's lightsaber virtual. So if there was an EPP Maul, it would be harder to hit Han.
All right, so Padme and a gift come off the top, but they'll be retrieved next turn. Phil plays a
TTO
purple
comes
card,
out.
so he obviously didn't forget. Oh,
The super laser was deck.
Yeah,
Useless
Gerard
card, he'll
pulls
lose it
that.
to a card. There's 2.
which he'll
Now,
probably
does
just
your deck
lose.
play any like Imperial Artilleries or the 1 limited resources, and that's pretty
There's a
much-
limited, yeah, and yeah.
which could come up, although Chu does know about it. But sometimes it's unavoidable. And there will also, so the chat, it's 2 pings a turn. It'll actually be 3 because the profit objective as well.
Yeah, and Profit is pinging 2, but Decree's reducing that down to 1. So it'll be 1, 1, 1.
But he'll be freed in the activate phase. Excuse me. Sorry about that, chat.
Yeah, so Phil's gonna have. I mean, he's Chu's about to retrieve 5 and do 7.
I felt like Phil not finding TTO last turn
It's
and
pretty big.
consolidating it one system, and Chu
Right.
doing the last 2 turns of this game have
Swung
changed
it
my
the other
opinion
way
on it.
huge.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were kind of saying that you thought you had the slight advantage, and Tom and I were saying maybe not. Now I'm on your side.
Solid.
But because of the last turn,
Right.
Going back, I
Totally.
would still hold my stake.
Right, yeah. If he hadn't activated TTO last turn and he played that and he was at the 2 system, so right now he was going to do 7 himself. And,
Right. It's
and
like they're both doing 7, but Johnny's going to start doing 7
a turn later.
earlier, and he's going to have no.
Yeah, now he
lost
will.
pile.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Because that's actually probably exactly 5 cards. Because it's probably been 2 drains
is.
of 2, right? Yeah, and then.
Oh no! It the Naboo. It was 2 drains of 2 at indoor, and then a third one here. So there's 7.
He'll have 2 cards in lost
Yeah.
pile. But then also the Baragwin.
Yeah,
We'll
and that's
play
going
a
to come up
role.
huge late because that's like an extra, at least 1, maybe 2 damage if you can do it on both players' turn. What green cards does he have that's not deployed?
So
The Landing Claw.
Landing Claw, Bionic Hand.
Yeah, okay, and he's got. It looks like he's got Luke Saber,
He has all the weapons
Anakin's,
out.
Leia's blaster. They're all deployed. So Bionic Hand and Landing Claw are the 2 that Baragwin can
But
loop.
Johnny can't really miss it because if he ever loses it, he can retrieve it.
You pull in the hand from off.
So Zuckus Center comes out with Admiral Ozzel. I feel like playing Admiral Ozzel might have actually been bad there.
Yeah.
You play Git combo?
No, regular, so that Masterful can pull it.
Okay, because if you were playing like 2 Git combo, I can actually see you guys like playing like Tap Maul to like the Naboo docking bay. Because a lot of Johnny's good guys are
To indoor,
limited.
you mean? Yeah.
Endor, sorry.
Yeah, so there's a well, but Johnny has Nabber, and we saw him draw
Right,
it
but
earlier.
like a Git combo can't send an Abern or
Oh,
something.
true. There is a Emperor Palpatine in there. That might go down late game if he sees Nabern lost or something.
Right.
So Chu playing both Obies?
What's that?
Is Chu playing both Obies?
No, just
Just
no,
non-V?
I think it's just 1 non-V.
The non-Vs to like move Greedo away or something, or a Stormtrooper garrison.
We actually didn't even think about the Stormtrooper garrison, but it was for the court. But then we played against the Mikos and they react Greedo. It's like, oh my god. You react a deck and you strand him. It's the guy they want to, like, their rep.
Yeah.
move down. So that was pretty absurd.
So there's a retrieval and flip.
I love that Premier cards are seeing use. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, there's like barriers and obies and
Lateral damage.
lateral damage.
Spice Mines of Kessel. Is that a
That's
New Hope card?
Yeah, it's a New Hope, but yeah. Yeah, that was brutal. So was the Corporal Beezer in your RST deck, was that just a extra anti-react card for IE?
For IE, I added. Yeah, you already have Bringerlin who stops
Yeah,
reacts, and I
yeah.
added her as a second over Call Elder, who's good, but
Yeah, Calder was...
so I put in 4 Keep Your Eyes Open
Yeah.
because
and you had
weapons
3
is
I
bad
was
for you,
yeah.
and then I have double sense and double control to stop their own senses or sense their point man.
Control ain't bad either.
Yeah,
In that deck.
yeah, because you activate a ton. So, but it was like I found Dark Weapons early was bad, and 2 Keep Your Eyes Open wasn't sufficient. We went up to 4.
Right,
and
we were like, yeah, you saw my game plan.
yeah,
Well, that makes sense. Grab the kick.
yeah, grab kick and overflow and just keep your eyes open every battle, and it's hard for Dark to go to ground.
So I think this game's going to come down to whether or not Phil can pull off some Zephyr stuns on Han to
Totally.
pull ahead in the race.
Agreed. I
Totally.
don't even think that like a spy does much because... Now,
Chu will find R3PO.
do you guys have any anti-Cyber with the Mess cards?
No.
Okay, because if you didn't and you had to rely on Korn, giving the free battle plan for a turn can be huge.
That's true. Yeah, if you can find Gik and get Erica down, then that,
And no Cyber with the
Forces,
Mess.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, or
And Chu might peel Corrin to damage.
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
prob-
gonna be
he
a
probably
lot
has
of
Jedi
damage
left.
for both
He
players.
is
There's
it
two
is
double
it double
Jedi
Jedi
left.
left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jedi
Yes, you get in
left,
for the
yeah,
Hans
true.
and stuff. to
Yeah.
get back on. Yes, finding his JCC finally, I'm guessing. Hopefully, yeah. So, Star Wars at its best, I mean, just 7 damage versus 7 damage. No inconsequential for Chew, I don't think.
No, I don't see it.
Yeah, an inconsequential. A turn off represents 5 damage versus, or 2 damage versus 7 damage. So a
Yeah.
difference of 5. So
And he has to lose 1 to do it, so only a difference of 4, because he's got to lose the set for stun.
Johnny does have Biff Shuffle, but that's not going to be probably enough.
You guys think that Chu's going to go to the docking bay
No Philo Gandish.
just for an extra?
Extra
You could get
drain.
in a. No, you can't get an extra ping with Profit because there's 2 battle
Now,
cards.
would you guys ever consider Erica to the JCC here? I think I would.
If you're
probably
holding
do it.
Gick,
Yeah, I
but-
mean, if you have Gick, like if you
Sure.
have the answer to Neighbor or whatever, like either
no,
side
no,
of
no.
Neighbor,
Even if they, yeah,
Yeah.
you let them neighbor and then you
let
get
them
the
in and
battle
you
in.
Gick, and they're sitting there.
Right.
That could be a solid play.
Chu has 4 in hand: projection, landing claw, Baragwin, and an interrupt. So he has the Baragwin thing. Now that gets harder as the game goes on.
As you're paying to drain and
Paying
paying
to
to
drain,
Baragwin
yeah.
and 3PO and Induit and stuff. But him getting out the JCC
So
was
he just
pretty
top
good.
deck 3,
3 to
farm,
TTO,
Jedi Lev, and Padme,
2 to drain,
Professor, and Biff Shuffle, which is actually a
and
pretty
then
good card.
2 to
Neighboring,
drain.
which is the only, I believe, is the only Neighbor. I don't think he plays 2.
And there he lost the landing claw on top, so he's going to do the Baragwin next turn and
Yep.
get that back.
And that limited resource is going to end up being major in this game too. Because
Yeah, but Johnny knows it's in there.
Yeah, but it's a harder card to play around than
It's
you'd think.
it's so tough. It's late game in a damage race, not going down to 2 cards in hand. But Phil has to have it and not top deck it at
Now,
some
if
point
Phil
himself.
control set for stuns here, you have no escape.
Correct.
Obviously, you play no
Yep.
escape, so you could play 3 damage. I would almost be grabbing that if I was Johnny. Don't know if there's any other cards I'd want to grab, and making the second one cost like 5 seems pretty good.
If you can no escape for the limited, that could be brutal.
That's pretty crazy too.
It's unique now. It used to be non-unique. I mean, the physical card is non-unique because Decipher,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but
That
you
was
could play it
early
the
on.
next turn.
Joe
Or on their
Giannetti is still playing 30 at a time.
Doesn't surprise me.
Nope. U3PO.
All right, time for an R3PO blowout.
Yeah, so this is actually great for Chu in a way. It's 1 less damage because of Decree. Actually, no, it's not. It's still 2 because R3PO and U3PO is 4. So that's just like, if he plays R3PO right here, that's just don't do.
Right. I don't think
Don't have
Phil's
to pay for
expecting R3PO at all.
So R3PO is going to ping for 4 with U3PO specifically.
Yes.
Well, but won't
And then
Decree
reduce
reduce
by 2.
R3PO?
But only by 2.
Yeah.
So it's basically, hey,
It's a
hey,
2,
drain here
the
for
same
free,
as the 2. Yeah.
Okay.
It reduced a drain of 2 to a ping of 2.
which is great. Yeah, when we were playtesting this matchup, like when they start Erica, you're just like, you're not flipping, and you just like play BB-8 and Erica and the blaster effect. And you don't even need to flip. And you're just like 3, and it's so fast.
Yeah.
And you're just like doing 3, doing 3, doing
Yeah.
3.
So maybe it would behoove Chu to get the farm out now.
He lost it.
Oh, never mind.
Well, and U3PO is just going to follow him around, so.
Right. Yeah, yesterday I played against Googlin, and he played Profit, and I just randomly had Director Orson Krennic in my end remains because I just wanted like a hard Dark Time every turn type guy, and I didn't have much for Undercover Spies, and I was worried about like random hidden base deck or something. And he played a gift, and I just played Krennic, and it did like 12 damage to him, and also stopped the gift's game text from -2ing. Because Krennic says Battle Destinies can't be modified.
Oh, at that
And then I
site,
just
yeah.
followed. He moved away, and I just followed. He was at the farm, and I just kept following. And eventually, the gift got to the farm, but
All right, so Phil's force pushing, and is possibly force pushing for a set for stun. I don't know what else he'd
Yeah,
be
that'd be
going
my
for
guess.
here. Lateral, or not lateral,
Limited.
limited,
Like,
maybe
make
for
sure you don't
for late
top deck
game.
limited.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, then you're losing the force push and the limited too to make them lose 4. Like it's helpful, but it makes it a. He's checking
he's
his
got the
reserve,
Boba Fett.
Fett and 3 5s, so he's got a 1 in or a 3/4 chance of bouncing him here.
do it unless it was 100%. There's just no
If you feel like you're losing, yeah, but you're right. There's still going to be at least 3 or 4 turns in this.
It's not. He's not. He doesn't
There's
have,
multiple
like,
turns
5
left, yes.
in his deck. But no, what I might do is like the order that Shu.
Unless he
loses
has
off the top, if he
Sith
loses
Fury.
Boba Fett,
Oh, that's not in the deck.
Like if he go, if Chu goes like ping 1 before profit damage,
Sure.
and he loses off the top of his Boba Fett, then he can like save the 3 and do it.
Yeah, depending on what order he pings in.
Yeah, but
Or
if he
if he
profit
trains
pings
first.
or-
Oh, there. He pointed at BB-8. Oh, and Phil lost
Okay.
one off the top, and it was a red.
Oh, still.
Ping
Yeah,
from-
do we go?
Now-
messing up.
Yeah, now he.
There it
Yeah,
is.
That's
Phil knows
we
exactly.
are killing the commentary game.
Well, and Phil's killing the. He knows he's on his point.
But Johnny messed up
Yes.
because Johnny should have said
Profit first.
drain.
Yes.
Drain, yeah.
Instead, he. Yeah, drain
I
and
guess it
profit.
doesn't
Either one of those
no,
two.
he should have drained for 2 first because it's
Yeah,
a
it's the most
guaranteed
damage.
2.
And if the one was
And
on
then
top,
ping,
then
ping.
it could have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, yeah, doing the BB-8 and then the blaster stopped.
BB-8
So
and
that
the blaster is the
that
worst.
just
He did that in the
saved
worst open.
Phil 3 force, 2 from the drain and 1 from profit. Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
yeah, because it's one of the drains is canceled. So yeah.
Yeah, because you 3PO's out.
So yeah, if Johnny had drained at the audience chamber first, he only would have netted 1 loss, and now now it's
Yeah.
3. That's
Phil-
a big difference.
Yep.
No, one thing, the card that we would, it's interesting this matchup because it's like, there's no need for resistance or ultimatum for both players, and you'd think that there would be something that,
That's up
would
in the. If all
play,
the sabers were together or
but
something.
there's not a drain, there's no lightsaber proficiency.
Well, and yeah, neither of them are at 3 battlegrounds anyway.
There's the borrowed one.
All right.
I think Chu should hold Obi and some characters in hand for the JCC. If Erica goes there.
Yeah.
So Hade's saying that Phil going to the ACC could be a problem. Now the thing with that though is that paying 6 to drain and playing an Erica is 11 force, and Chu can still essentially do the same damage and then, like you said, kill the guy.
Yeah.
Where just playing Erica might be better.
Just playing her undercover. Yeah. All right. So Barragon retrieves the landing claw.
Now this is
You'll think
where
it'd be better if he retrieved it
on his
during the
turn.
drain, so he can then lose it again after the
I,
drain to
I,
the
I
retrieve.
think that he might have.
Well, but he wanted to retrieve it on his turn and then get down to it and then lose it
Hard
again.
to get to.
I don't think he's gonna get down to it without having a 3PO for it.
Well, maybe he has the other one then. Maybe he has the bionic hand, so he can lose that too. And
But a big thing here is where's our 3PO?
Yep.
Is that you 3POs now?
so they just verified Chu's reserve deck, and so he should know it's there or not. He redeploys
Profit
Han,
flips,
flips back.
not physically flipping it. Active judging, yes. Alright,
Deploys
this
Alright.
is probably our 3PO.
Lando so he can use power pull. Yeah,
Come on,
and he's hoping it's not one of the last couple force active,
Uh-oh.
which it
Sorry
is
about the
because
mess.
Chu's looking back and forth.
Yep,
Oh no,
that-
there it
let's
is.
go,
Oh,
Jenny
there
Chu.
it is.
The GOAT.
Slow rolling us commentators. We don't have hand cams on this, do we?
No.
Yeah, those were not working very well yesterday.
So that'll get reduced to 2. So now, right now, the damage is 2 from our 3PO, 2 from a
So
drain,
what should have happened here?
1
He
from
should move.
Profit, 1 from Blaster,
well, he
1 from
moved, now
BB-8.
3PO just follows.
I'm counting 6 on Chu's side. Am I miscounting?
2, and there's 3 pings. There's a BB-8, there's the blaster, and there's the profit pin.
Right.
And there's R3 for 2.
So back should be
Right.
back to 7,
7,
right?
7. Yeah.
7.
Man, right now at this very moment, Chu.
Well, I guess
oh,
if
Chu.
he finds
so
Erica,
Phil played the weapon left shield. Now here's the thing: is does Chu know where that device is? Does it really
Alright.
matter? You can lose it.
there's booster and pulsar skate.
Bips is dead.
I think it might be like 3PO into it.
So Erica to the audience chamber here. Now that U3PO's out, anyways, actually is going to mitigate.
So
the
he just
damage
no
return.
escaped for something. Did we?
Did he get Boba Fett?
Bofet's on Lost Spot right now.
No, but did he just no escape for Boba Fett?
I can't tell. It was too shiny.
Oh.
Oh,
He got
for the
a-
control set for stun, because he didn't do any
Yeah.
damage after he did the ping ping and he set for stunned Han,
Johnny should have grabbed
Oh,
that.
and
snap.
now he just set for stun him again because of the no escape.
And that's sort of what I was talking about.
You were saying it. You almost
like,
consider grabbing that. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like even a limited, you can play around it, and like he's not going to play it 3 times.
Yep. Well, Chu, does he have sense? Or
Nope.
he has no inconsequential and no sense. Oh, so
Yeah,
I was
the
assuming Phil
inconsequential
verified a
was just
sense. That's why he played
the,
Tint.
the
But
inconsequential not having that is just a misstep on our part.
so that just shut off another 3 damage, which
So we
you had to
got-
lose 1 to do it. So it saved him 2.
We
Now
don't
that
know.
being said, now the R3PO is actually the U3 was actually costing Phil.
Yep.
Because that's now a drain that never would have happened.
Yep.
So it's still ping of 4.
I don't think he would have seen the R3PO coming. Like
Right.
that's a good.
But like honestly, R3PO
it's good.
huge right
He's
now.
good. Totally.
Yeah, I think they did that right. But that's, I mean, that set for stun is now happened twice. Also hard to tell like any of Phil's life force from our camera vantage
Right.
point.
his black sleeves blend into the
Because
ground.
TTO plays a lot of cards on table as well.
It does, but
does
Profit
too.
has played a lot too.
I mean, there's multiple. There's
Those sites are stacked.
sites. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
Comes on again.
Dan can get us a
Choose
life
seems to still
life force
have a
count at some
decent
point.
amount of cards. Now, if there's a stage in the game where both players
So he pinged, he deployed Han again, and now he's just drawing a bunch.
very few cards, Johnny does have
The edge.
one less. He only has to use 3 to do his damage.
Right, right. So he's pinging for 5, and Phil's pinging for 3.
And remember, we haven't seen the no ping damage for a turn, the We're Doomed combo.
Correct. So at some point that'll save him 3 force,
And
and
that
Phil
only
will
takes
grab
Another
that.
set for
Oh,
stun.
Phil plays
Oh,
another
wow.
set for stun.
Should have.
That's the last set for stun.
It's the same image. But again, that R3PO
It's doing
it's
its-
not that damning because it's only a difference of
Right. It's not
3.
like yeah, the set for stun would shut off that train.
And
Okay,
here
so
we go. So he grabs that. But it's sort
that's
of
probably what
parity.
Johnny was drawing for. With Bips and Lost, Phil doesn't have to worry
And
about
Bionic
space much.
Hand, there we go.
Retrieves
There
it with-
we go.
Baragwin. And then Phil's going to do 2, and it'll be the Bionic Hand, which Johnny
Yeah.
will retrieve on his turn.
was
It's
here,
getting
Justin.
close.
Doe man, can you hear me more now? Let me know when you see it.
Dan says, choose running out of cards fast while Phil just plays a set for stun. That's true.
But Choose Hand is also a lot of cards.
I agree.
And Dan has been feeding us misinformation this whole weekend.
He can hear you right now.
No, Dan! I didn't mean it.
It's gonna be a while till Chu gets lateral damage or lost.
It's
Limited.
going to be a while
Limited,
before
yeah.
Chu gets lateral damage. He's gonna have to, well, on the flip
Yeah,
side,
Pulsar State's immune.
he can like play his ships to sites, right? That's like the random text on Profit.
Profit flipped. Yeah, but he top deck Bips. I don't
No.
Can he seeking it back? It's like an independent ship, right?
He's taking it
Yeah.
back. But he had, that Ozzel randomly actually like
That could actually be relevant here.
somewhat relevant. But the Bionic Hand is now somewhat locked.
Yeah, he's going to be looping that every turn.
That's 2 damage, right? Because it's lost, retrieve, lost.
Yeah, he'll retrieve it on both players' turns. So that mitigates 2, so that makes it 7-5.
Yeah.
The obviously the set for Sun, Slow, and Chew has been good, but that R3PO is just killer.
R3PO killing.
I'm still giving the slight edge to Chew.
I feel like Phil can't have that many cards left. Chew
gotta
has
be-
roughly
it's gotta
10
be
Life
tight
Force,
either
but
way.
That's a lot of cards in Life Force.
Also,
with-
Phil having
But his
paid
hand is
6.
probably 10 also, so he's probably got 20 left.
Oh, so what he's doing now is he's going for the extra push. So he pinged, then he's going to drain.
Then he sorries, and now he drains 2 more.
So
Can-
maybe
I'm
he
not sure I
senses-
agree with that. I'd rather
Can you
take
drain
the.
there on the 0 side?
Oh, fudge.
No, that
You
was
can't, right?
no. So he should have done that the next turn, so he
Yeah.
could ping and
Wait, who did he even shoot though?
U3PO.
U3PO.
Yeah, so that he could drain.
Oh,
But he
man.
should have done that next turn, so he could ping and then drain there. That was a mistake.
That's not.
He retrieves it with Walkling. Oh no, he changes his mind on that.
Yeah, he needs to
That's
get
a
it back
mis-
so he can
that
get
is
the
a-
advice.
Oh, he
That's a
doesn't
Star
have
Walkling.
Walkling. Why did I? What was he gonna retrieve that with?
Maybe he thought he had Walkling. Yeah, now
Yeah,
that-
he
I-
paid-
I
he
think
paid
Tom,
one.
I
I
think
think he
you're
needs
right.
to
I think
take one
paid
back
and
that he
then he's like,
paid.
retrieve with Walkling.
But there's
So-
no secret plans either.
I think he really kind of messed that one up.
Bionic
Yeah.
Hand is in
No,
buried underneath
I thought that was a
too.
great play. Ping and then drain, and then Mr. Hade here points out he's on the 0 side. Whoops.
Buried his Bionic Hand.
And he buried his Bionic Hand.
Whoa.
That is
Well, they-
really, really major.
Can't
might
he
have the
swap
landing
for
fo-
it?
Next
Yes.
turn.
But it takes a little more time.
It's in
Yeah.
control phase and it costs him a life force.
So it's Dan
Yeah.
mentioned he did.
Those were two big mistakes, burying the Bionic and
Was it a
Choosing
last
Tokyo too early.
ditch? No, he's got so many cards in hand.
yeah, totally. It was just a blunder.
A blunder. Oh boy.
Plays a shield, Professor, which won't matter.
Nope. So Phil's next turn is do 7,
Yep.
and no more control set for stuns. I can't imagine that
He's
Phil
played it
has
3 times now, right?
14
Yeah.
cards left.
Yep.
I fundamentally don't believe that. And he
It's
still has a
gonna
lot
come
of
down to
cards.
close. They both.
So
It'll be close,
hopefully,
like I
Chu,
said.
Chu would luck
Slight
out
ed-
here if he top decks the landing claw and then Barg wins it back and gets that going again.
Yeah. But if he top decks it as a bottom of one of the 3 or the 2, he can't grab it back immediately.
Yeah, yeah.
It needs to be the last
Yeah.
card lost to a damage source.
You have
It's
to
possible
pitch
that,
it
like,
from pitch
Chu-
card from hand and then
What we see
Yeah, that's
from
true.
Phil is that Chu actually like
there it is.
Oh.
could have
Called it.
no secret plans. Wow.
Yeah, he's busted. He
Just the
even
Barragan
wasted a
cost
shield
1.
on,
Yeah.
So that was major.
Yeah, because that's when you get close down in Life Force, having 2 to Bergwin on both your turns, eating 4 plus pain to drain
But
in
there's
2
no
different
tribes,
systems.
Huge.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that Phil has very few cards left, and maybe that's
Yeah.
what gave Johnny the incentive to make the start with the mess play, like being like, oh, I got this, and then obviously recognizing that it didn't work that way. Phil 3 in hand, 1 force pile, roughly 10 in reserve deck, 14 life for Phil. So it's 2 turns.
Yeah. 14 in Life Force for Phil, but how many in hand?
A
couple.
Phil
So
has
it might be
three
it might be
in hand.
3 turns.
Phil
Okay.
has 3 in hand.
17. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's 3 turns.
So Phil might have the slight edge here. Either way, it's going to be close. It'll probably be 5 or less. I mean, right around there.
5 or less. Then we have OA versus Trooper Entanglements for the championship.
Might come down to the fact that Phil needs to pay 6 to drain for 4, whereas well, and what Chu has to pay 2 now because he sat him,
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
such a blunder.
and Chu has to pay to retrieve a Barg one.
Yeah, so he can ping 3. They both ping 3 free now. And then they both pay to drain 2 and 2.
Versus pinging for 5 for free. That was.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
lot of math. It's hard to.
It's
get on
hard to
top of
do it. Yeah,
It's-
and like
it's-
you're not used to Han being dead sometimes. Like he played Profit matchups where Han just never dies, and you're like
Right.
paying to 3 to drain. You forget sometimes that
And-
sometimes
and-
he's just not freed.
Like, Phil's playing this pretty well for, looking at the deck list, it looks like Chu has a pretty good advantage. And then
I
Phil.
said to Johnny that I thought he was going to absolutely crush him.
Yeah, and then Phil's playing this perfect with the 3 set for stuns and with the. I mean, he played a little conservative early, but. I mean,
Yeah, I question Johnny not playing turn 1 Leia, turn 1 BB-8.
I think they were
I'm
both
just doing an early
worried
flip.
about
It's 4
getting
damage.
blown up.
Flip it up. I mean,
Yeah.
flip 4 damage.
Yeah, and you put that early pressure on TTO, they could peel a critical card
Yeah.
like control.
Like the
set for stun.
system, or even a control set for stun is big.
Right. Like, I guess he has to worry about EPP Maul, but
All right, so Chu activates everything. He's gonna do some pings and drains. So not a very interactive game for our viewers, but hopefully interesting for you guys anyway. Hearing us kind of walk through the different options to win a
not an
drain
interactive
race.
game in like a battling sense, but an interactive game in like a
Still a
game
chess
sense.
match,
This
yeah.
is different than like QMC that goes everyone to Cloud City versus
Yeah.
IE
There's-
playing everyone to Tatooine.
there's
You know what I mean?
definitely
It is a
maneuverings
different
happening.
game, Yeah. Lost
Everyone
his-
does
oh,
his
but he can
thing,
move
then he
his-
pays to drain.
So now Chu doesn't have enough force to retrieve Bargwin on.
Yeah, unless
Yeah.
he's got the activate card.
Yeah,
He does play one.
Yeah, I think Chu's losing this race.
Man.
So that was 7 damage.
Bane, I
so
agree.
Phil's down to 7.
Yeah, and the limited's probably huge.
Actually, no. Maybe Chu is winning this race. Exchanging for the hand.
Phil 7 in life. That limited gonna be pretty big. Drew's hand pretty big though.
Actually, yeah, Chu is ahead.
Oh, he's still got 10 cards.
Comes down to the limited.
Chu's gonna kick himself one way or another about that move because it's gonna it's about
knowing
the
him,
diff.
he probably already knows what it is, and you'll walk in there and
Oh,
be like,
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Choose using Seeking now? I guess he was just counting his last spell. That's another card too, if you get back-
seeking to get a guy back. Not at the very end of the game, but
Get back to Pulsar Escape. I don't think he has any other target.
Yeah, just an extra life force for a Draeners.
I'm sure he's got a guy in there. An alien, no? I guess he doesn't have any aliens. Yeah, I guess there's not
it's
Padme
playing
and like
Chewie, both.
Anakin, yeah.
Ernie's got
Oh,
Protector
Anakin's
Chewie.
out.
yeah, so not.
The Baragwin's an alien. Look, I'm looking at the list right now. The Baragwin and Lando with Axe, who's out because he needed him for the use by pull. Padme's not. Rey's not. Yeah, I think all his aliens are out.
No, it's weird. He's definitely playing around limited resources.
Doesn't look like Chew's gonna have enough to pay
Oh,
for
jeez.
training.
Jeez. I think he probably should have seeking.
Is that 2 cards in Chew's?
He's got 2 cards in his life force. Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to get limited and lose 4. So he had to keep 3 in hand.
But I wonder how much Joe has. Or
Phil?
Phil, sorry.
I think Limited's gonna win it because Chew's gonna be forced to lose.
He should have
the
seeking. Should have seeking the Pulsar Skate.
Yeah. So now he's doing 5 back. Oh, 4 back. 3 back, right?
So,
Chew scoops.
unsure actually.
Chew
We're
draws
we're
to
not
keep
sure-
less
but
than
we're not
lost
sure
pile,
if-
and Phil won. I'll walk in and find out the diff totals
Yeah,
for you guys.
Okay, cool. So a couple things that match. Obviously, the set for stun on U3PO, or the Cyber Mess on U3PO not grabbing the set for stun with
Yes,
two big
sorry about the
things.
mess. Cost Chew an extra 2 damage there as well.
So Phil won by 4. So that is super close. Some of those little
Super
things we
close.
mentioned could have swung it the other way, but like we said, it'll probably be by 5, one way, 5 or less, one way or the other, and it was.
Phil was holding that limited resources.
Yeah. So Phil did have the limited.
Yeah, he did. That was his only card in hand.
Oh, okay. So Phil won by 4 with 1 card in hand, which was limited.
Limited resources. Yeah,
Pretty,
I feel
pretty
like
well played by both. Phil, it'll come down to that last game.
I'd say Phil played that pretty flawlessly.
And for those of you watching, that game was not interactive,
watch
but our
that?
next game will be Jakku mains versus IE. They'll be battling and they'll be all over Tatooine. It'll be interactive. So
yeah,
we
I feel like
we got that
Johnny
to look
could've won
forward
that
to.
game by 15.
Was it?
I think Johnny could have won that game by 15 because the way that the turns towards the end played out, he lost because of because of the blunders. He wasn't able to keep his Baragwin going. And if he
You
grabbed
think Chew
control set
could've
for
won
start,
that game?
yeah, by 15.
Yeah, sorry about the mess. Was you have to remember that that's a card to light a unit of force, and that he has to lose a force to play it, right? No, he doesn't have to lose a force to play it. There's just 1 extra unit of force. She also forgot to retrieve a card in the hand with Seeking.
Didn't retrieve a card with CK. Doesn't understand. Maybe didn't remember the Pulsar Skate could be retrieved.
Yeah. He's probably too used to using it on Han.
Yeah, and the no escape on the set for stun was major.
Also, that one turn where Chew didn't lead with profit drains and led with the pings instead. That allowed Phil to top deck the Boba Fett. So how do you think the next game's going to go?
So the Jakku was a joke deck that we made. Yep, I gotta talk to Johnny Chew, get ready to go. Make sure Joe doesn't look at that.
So we can just take a little break here if you want. I'll just tell everybody. So yeah, Star Wars players, this is Queso back here. We're gonna take a little break in between the 2 matches here. So we'll be back with you all in just a few moments, okay?
seriously surprised by a lot of the things.
Well, yeah. I mean, Johnny's pretty pissed at himself, as he should be.
I don't know. Oh, just really just. Sure. Just thinking out loud.
Phil is playing OA.
Dog issues? Oh, yeah.
Phil is playing OA.
He's playing Jakku main.
Oh, okay, I
Deck
wasn't-
built to beat this deck, but will he know?
Okay, so I can put
So you
Phil,
think
Light, Jakku.
Phil win?
Well, it's not as easy. Like the Jakku mains
CPV.
was built under a certain set of circumstances. Then it became something else, which I think he's playing it as right now. I'm not sure he understands how to beat the IE within the confines of how we built the deck. That makes sense. I know it sounds like a conceited thing to say.
Oh,
but
no.
we played it in like a very like you save a certain amount of force on a certain turn to do a certain thing on a specific turn.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, I mean, I fully see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got everything the titles all done for whoever ends up doing this.
We should just make it IE instead of entanglements.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering if that would just be 2.
It's way too long. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of dark IE, but it works. I guess I don't have to capitalize it.
I'm on cloud 9 over here.
What'd you get for that? Free?
She just gave it to me.
What was that? She gave it to me.
Give him a big hug. I offered him $1 trillion. No, legit, $1 trillion.
Mike French. Can you hear me, Mike French? Do we need to reignite these speakers? Can you guys hear us? Testing. Who can hear?
Oh, is your mic on? Usually a little button on the thing.
Am I the one who's let that now? Scroll up on this and see if is that me? That's me, right?
That's you. Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, they're good. Phil won game 1 by 4 with TTO versus Profit.
For you guys and the titles and everything, so you should be all set up with your.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's ready to go.
Top 2 and bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Speakers are on. Thanks, Hobby.
everything should be good. So if you guys need anything, just let me know.
Cool. So yeah, World's Final day, game 2. Chu down by 4. Not quite sure on the lost pile counts.
Oh, I can go check on that for you guys.
Cool. Queso's gonna check on that. Chu with some pretty big blunders. He's pretty mad at himself, but this is a tough situation. So you're in a match. It's close. It's certainly winnable, and you messed up the first one. Could have probably won by. What do you think, Tom? Maybe 10ish. Best
I
case
think it'd
scenario.
still be close.
Still be close, but
It could have been 10 because of that early pressure made Phil top deck like a set for stun or something like that.
right.
That's
And you got to play set for stun 3 times and not twice, which literally is 7 more cards.
So it was 32 Phil, 31 Johnny.
So they both had roughly 32 cards in lost pile, 31 and 32 respectively. So everything's it's almost like it's tied. I mean, Johnny needs to win by 4 or 5, but certainly doable. Now, Tom, what do you think of this matchup?
So we got Jakku.
With the deck lists here, right? We don't have. We'll get Phil's deck list.
I would say that Chu's better positioned in this match.
Right. So it's Trooper IE versus Jakku CPV, which is a deck that at the MPC I actually built this deck to beat Trooper IE, but it was along the confines of a very specific game plan and not just like a mains deck. So like we started to draw their fire. I don't think Phil does. And if Phil plays it just like a normal deck, I think I agree with Tom that the Trooper deck will be victorious. It's also Johnny Chu. I mean, it
Do
is.
we have Phil's list?
We don't. Yep.
They can hear me, so I'm gonna refrain from commentating about the decks yet. Just a quick shout out to Chu for hooking me up with some really sweet foil PC promos given out this week. Top 8, we all got the foil Spectre of the Supreme Leader. Top 2 got foils of the Ghost. Chu just gave me his. He signed it. Johnny Chu sucks. So Chu wrote that. It's not my handwriting. But I'm looking forward to playing that. Really excited about what the Phantom's gonna do because having one interrupt pull, like 2 ships and a nice space package, is pretty huge. So right now, Chu and Desai are talking tech strategies. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab some water.
Do your best. Good.
I love you, honey.
This is kind of fun. Have like our coming back and be like, you do this. We can talk about the plans once the game starts. Like, what did we say? Now we can't because we can run back and tell them like, right. You split money with your, not that like money management, but like it's you got like a dog and a pony and then.
No, we actually didn't talk about it. Like if we would have thought about it, I'm sure we would have said whoever wins splits. We didn't talk
split
about
every single world.
it. Yeah,
Like just straight down the
we
middle.
just didn't even think to talk about it because we were.
Okay, cool.
My dog in the fight is seeing.
Why do you think Phil didn't break U3PO's cover? Is that allowed? that allowed?
Yeah. So he can break you 3PO's cover, but that would have been a bad play because our 3PO pings if they have a spy there, 2 if it's undercover, and 4 if it's a droid.
U3PO becomes Johnny Chu's card though.
Only if he chooses. Light side
Oh,
may
wow.
steal if cover broken. So if Chu doesn't steal it, then he can still ping with our 3PO
And drain.
plus drain for 2, so he's taken 3 instead of just 2.
Okay.
So breaking cover's bad.
So
Yeah, good point, good
Joel
point.
Olsen just explained why, and that was very, very well said. Yeah, it was 4 loss for undercovers droid spies, reduced by 2 because of decree, down to 2. And so Jakku CPV, the deck made to beat Entanglements. However, it seems like your deck's a little more just like mains.
It is, and
Not the
yeah. So your version from
you've
day
looked
2
at
of the NPC
NPC was specifically
was
built to beat Tom.
this.
Draw
and
their fire
but
start.
Yeah, draw their fire start. This is not draw their fire start. Launching is a third
Save
effect.
4 always, no matter what. Was
Yeah.
our plan, like just
Yeah.
save 4 force and hope you try to flip on your turn
Right.
too,
And
because on
you
my
had
turn
more.
too.
You had more occupation cancelers. You had two
had 3.
two free ride combo
Yep.
and then 1 we're doomed combo. This has 1 of each, so it has 1 less of those.
So you start the. Is there a third? Oh, launching the assault. So not the profundity puller.
Correct. We had that in for
Wow.
a bit, so
Okay.
profundity is in the deck, but it's
Okay.
just floating right now.
It's a
We had
surprise.
Rab in there to start in 1 build last night and just needed the deck slots
Okay.
trying to get it down.
So do you feel good about this matchup? What did you tell Phil is like a game plan type thing?
Yeah, so I think what we expect for Dark is for Chu to go pretty fast. It seems like there's a lot of barriers and Gix and the reacting dude and stuff. So Chu can kind of go guy to separate sites and be holding barrier and Gick and multiple stuff. And so we're expecting Chu to put the tempo up pretty well. So Phil needs to respond with dudes to
guys.
individual sites, obviously, and possibly space early if he can.
3PO puller for Phil. Good, always a good one. And a
And a
Twix.
Wisa.
Looks like Chu open hands some occupations, but I don't think I saw a tactical support, which is gonna
Now-
work early.
What I told Chu
Yeah.
was that there is a possibility of baiting a Hujix for like 5 damage, grabbing it, and then going every trooper,
Trooper.
every
assault.
single one in your deck to
And-
one site.
Yeah, and
and-
then
I don't think you guys. Do you guys play 2 Hujix? So
No.
imagine you do. And the reason I said that is against Tom, when I played at the NPC, I had to play Hujix, retrieve my Hujix with Draw Their Fire, and re-pull it with my We're Doomed, and also solo it. So I played
Wow.
Hujix 3 times, and that was, that was something that won me the game, obviously, because I was, Hujix 3 times. But
Yeah. So they both pulled their stuff. Chu grabbed Ozzel with indoor shield.
now if Phil is a speak, it's Phil's day.
Yeah.
Because you're 3PO polar. I mean, the 3 for 3 is the dream, right? You're
Right.
3PO polar, Wisa, and the. Now, do you guys just play Ray
Does
directly?
he have a speak? Go. I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out soon enough.
Yeah.
By the time you get back. What was I lost my train of thought.
Something about Ray, maybe?
Yeah. Do you play Ray to the site right away?
No. I mean, if your hand's terrible, like if you don't have
Yeah,
any of the
that's-
activation stuff, then
yeah.
it's like
You know
you
there's a
want her
speak
out.
there. Yep.
Yeah, so you can use Pal Search and start drawing from bottom so you can play something immediately. But like otherwise, no. Her
There's
being
a-
stuck there sucks. You can't
Probably
since
shouldn't
it's
give any
interior.
like,
You
company
can't
tricks away,
shuttle
but
her
there's
up.
also like the if you do that and you have 1 Twix, and you
Salucci
you bottom
informs
card.
us there's no speak
and if
opening
you have
hand.
like
So
JCC in hand, you always bottom card and then play it right away, thinking that like it's just your day of luck.
yeah,
That Justice is going to be pretty good for keeping
Justice
the
is
one
big.
for the
That'll
So
make
Johnny
it.
playing 2 Justices and a Gick on Justice is super awesome. I believe that's a Gick, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
so the best card to stack on Justice or Evac is Gick or
Is Gick,
Hujix,
yep.
and the second best is a spin. So you can pull it up and then just spin around it.
Spin.
All short range
okay,
fighters.
not
Always,
in
not
this.
in this,
Yeah,
not in
okay,
this, but
yeah,
in
yeah.
general,
Yeah,
the best card to
yeah.
stack is Gick, and second
Yeah, for
best
sure.
is
No Executor Dock base stinks.
Yeah, so Chu had to-
tactical support here or some troopers.
Grimtash for you guys.
yes. There is a Grimtash. Chu has Monarch.
Yeah,
No.
I'm pretty sure I saw Monarch in Chu's list.
Thane, is that better?
Yeah, Chu's got Monarch. Chu has double justice, double gick,
That justice will make it hard for Phil to attack space with like Akbar or leadership.
double command, 4
There's-
tactical sports, 3 barriers.
Okay, so apparently Salucci tells us Phil's opening hand has an Obi, Qui-Gon, EPP Qui-Gon, Virtual Obi, a Jin, and a Hera. So a fair number of characters.
Jin and Hera are great, especially Hera. Just guys that can draw destiny at multiple places. It's pretty good.
So 3PO comes out and Boss Nass comes out. Phil is only going to give Johnny one icon the whole game. So it's going to be tough for Johnny to activate and do everything he wants.
Yeah, and missing the turn 1 docking bay.
Yeah, no mob
I
points.
mean, he's activating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 this turn. That's really...
That's 2 games in a row
And he
for
has-
tough activation for Chu.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got a tactical sport at least.
And it's tough mentally when you feel like the cards are going against you. And it's not...
Chu's holding Monarch.
Both players holding Monarch and Griptech. Or have it on their deck. So interesting dance there. But it's tough to come back when you feel like the cards are against you and you draw a bad destiny, or you don't draw your sights, or you draw a sight for destiny or something like that. Can we actually type in this right now? Oh, no.
Yeah, like right there.
No, but like,
Oh.
it's not on 2 things. This is
Oh, yeah, it says Dark IE and it should. Oh, no, that's right.
no, but like this controls that.
Uh-huh.
Not
No, the mouse moves over.
Oh, does it? It's like
Yeah,
two
if you
screens.
move that.
This mouse.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
see it. I see. Oh, I see.
Justin Desai is typing some stuff in the chat, so those of you watching later won't ever know what that is. He typed no.
Yeah,
Oh, no problem.
we'll try to talk louder.
Can you guys hear me okay?
So, at what stage do you guys think Ozzel needs backup?
Probably not until
Well, let's see. What's Phil activating? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and he has 3 saved.
Philo
Probably not until a ship comes down and kills Ozzel, right? Like,
Yeah,
because
I
that
think
justice is.
Yeah, the justice is great. You're not
And
gonna spin.
Ozzel's forfeit 6 with arrest order. So
it guarantees. Well, how many 7s are in Phil? Any?
none.
None.
No BB-8s.
No BB-8s, no R2 and red
2
5s.
8s.
So yeah, so Ozzel's pretty safe there until he dies, because that evac or that justice.
So what's the third card on justice? The bottom card.
Looks like a trooper assault. Not certain though.
We're getting confirmation on what card that is at the bottom of the justice. It's definitely a stormtrooper patrol and a kick.
Alright, so out comes the executor docking bay.
Now, how many spies in your guys' deck? You have Jin
Jin
in
and Korn.
hand, and
Jin and
Korn.
Korn.
So would you guys go after a Piet? Is that something you?
That's
you
usually
think
a
about?
bad play because
Yeah.
you're wasting a bunch of force and then you're stuck there, and then I think it would be a mistake if Phil does. I don't think he will. Yeah, it is a trooper assault. Is the third.
is the card on justice.
So I think Chu is hoping to have an AO here to set up quick with his limited activation.
But looking at his reserve deck, I'm not seeing an Admiral's Order. So
Yeah, I'm not sure if I saw one in his
looks
hand.
like
but,
how many is he playing?
Just
2. So it looks like he activated. It might be in his hand.
I wouldn't.
He
I
might
think
have
it's in
one
his hand, but
already.
I wouldn't go to the. I mean,
You
you're
wouldn't flip
setting
yet?
yourself up. You know, like Phil has 3 force saved, so if he flips, guys come down to 2 sites, kill all the troopers.
Flip him back, and it
Yeah,
depends.
like-
it depends on how much evasion Johnny has. If he's got
Yeah.
if he's got barrier and a reacting dude and
So how many biff shovels do you guys play, or how many of those cards?
none.
0.
So there is
Wow.
the
I should
only
go back in that room right now and just yell that out loud. He plays no barrier hate.
the
I don't-
only
I don't
barrier
see a
cancel
single
on there is
barrier.
1 sentence.
I don't see a single barrier in Chu's hand.
Mike Gem saying that Firmus Piet. We went to Star Wars trivia this year, and we came in second. by 1 point. It was really hard trivia. Like, it was the stuff we were like, we didn't know what to expect. It was like, is it going to be like, you know, what was the pet of Jabba? Like, really easy shit?
Sure.
Or was it going to be like, what was Piet's first name? And
Yeah.
it was like, what was Piet's first name? It was legit
And it's
stuff.
Ferris?
It's Firmus or Firm.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah, one category was like name Ozzel's, like country of origin, like planet of origin. So Piet there.
Elsic in space and Barak. So, okay, so he's got space locked up now because he can subtract from attrition plus just Elsic acts as a gig.
Do you think Chu's worried about spin in space?
Not
here?
worried about spin, but he is
Possible.
worried about ships.
And just tons of power.
We
Like
had talked about
if it goes
profundity.
if it
Just
goes
drew
home 1
intensify.
profundity and you get 25 power to the Devastator's like 12,
Yeah.
you could have to lose a bunch. So Elsic just solves that problem.
Yep.
Yeah. So when Shawnee and I were talking about like the profundity being in the deck, and that just being like scary. Because like profundity being any pilot against Ozzel
Yeah,
could be
totally.
rough. If you get 2 pilots,
yeah. Especially that power differential can
now,
get
do you
big.
guys play Thinespi?
No.
First officer,
No.
First officer Thinespi would have been amazing in this match.
Yeah. I think Chu
No.
pulled There's No Try here mostly for sensing the react of the Stormtrooper patrol
Now-
to PS
Yep.
location.
So, is there
Or
a
sensing a
reason that
barrier.
Barrich is not piloting?
No, he should, because he adds 2 to power of anything pilots 3 if it's a speeder bike. So
Oops.
I don't know why he's sideways.
Yeah.
It probably will not matter at all. I don't think Phil can attack that system right now.
But like honestly, if it was Thinespi here, what would we be happening with our
Yeah.
that 7 ability right there?
Right. Is that sideways character not piloting? That's interesting.
Chu's trying to bait
Beat the
Thinespi.
Thinespi. Dude. No, they were horizontal, but that means they're piloting.
They were napping, but now they're back awake. All sectors are on alert.
So the
Phil
one
just
thing
threw
here
this.
that's interesting for Phil is like
Phil's not getting any early pressure.
What's
Chu's
he-
had 2 turns now, and Phil's just setting up a hand with 3PO. He's got to work around.
he's setting it up,
That
but at
being
the
said,
same
Chu's
time.
not putting on
What if
pressure either.
Chu puts like a guy down and
True.
kicks?
True. Chu
Like,
just.
what if Chu plays literally the premier stormtrooper to the Desert Heart, and just drains for 1? Like, what is Phil's play? Like, beat it down, Gick, and then beat it down with what?
Right.
and then
and,
have to
and
waste
one
his game.
dude, and then have your Hoochix. Yeah. Have Chu counter beat.
I was
and then
playing
you counter
as
beat.
Chu right now.
That's
I
a
would
good point.
play I would play Davin Felth to the Desert, and I would say every turn I'm draining for 1.
Yeah, say your move, sir. So Phil gave Chu a verify to check that the JCC was in there, and it was. So then Phil played a speak to pull it out. So Phil's activation,
The other thing
14.
that Johnny could do
Yeah.
is move to Jakku.
he could.
I don't actually know why he's not doing that.
Does he have DS615 in there?
No, but
No.
I also
Okay.
look at his drain.
But he can drain for 2 instead of just sitting there. Yeah, might as well.
I guess it's bad he can't intensify. And
you have to occupy the system
and also
to drain
like,
to deploy.
what if Phil goes home 1, Akbar, and you move in front of it, and then Phil plays like 4 pilots. So I guess you can't do that.
Right, you wouldn't move in front of it, but when it's empty.
No,
Right.
but like he can't win the game.
Right.
Well, I mean, well,
So right now, Phil's getting 14, and Chu is getting.
no,
11
Chu's not
with the
been
mob
playing
points
sites.
now.
I wonder if it's been luck or he's just choosing not to play them.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't want Phil setting up on several sites so that he can just. I'm guessing it's like his deal deck where he wants to just like splooge it all out in 1 turn.
Yeah,
And-
kind of
and-
like regular IE. Like I started
Sure.
winning with regular IE in playtesting when like I just like saved 12, next turn activated like 14, like had 26, and then just put everything out except for Veers.
Right, you don't give him anything to attack until you're just like, boom, here's everything.
Here's what my deck does.
Flip.
So is Phil drawing over 12 here?
Ooh,
Is Chu's holding that Monarch?
I'm guessing with 3PO.
So Phil just 3PO'd into an Anakin, and he has the We're Doomed combo in hand. Just 2 cards I caught.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He has profundity,
So he has 12. I just
Okay.
counted 12 in
and
Phil's
he has profundity.
and he has profundity. So
Chu's got the
he's
Admiral's
just
Order.
building his hand right now. Like this is going to be an interesting
This is-
match.
So as it stands right now, I'd say advantage Phil.
Yeah, I like
Because
where
at a
Phil's
certain
at.
point, we're going to have...
But here's what's going to happen. We liked where Phil was out in the last game, and then Johnny just like went boom, a bunch of shit on the table, and
Well,
that same
here's
thing's
the-
going to
here's the
happen right
site.
here. Yeah, I think this turn is going to be the turn where
Yeah, here
It's
comes
just
the Animals Order and all the
so
troopers.
anemic. Oh, no, that was his
That was
reserve
his reserve deck.
Okay, good. His reserve deck is all red.
yeah,
Good.
he just pulled that sight from reserve.
Well, in this, you guys
Executor?
play no barriers.
Flagship Executor and recirculates. He's
I mean-
going super slow and careful. Is this a game plan you guys talked about, like just reinforcing space and going slow?
We said be nervous to go up profundity, but this is not the game plan.
This seems. I mean, he's choked. He got another 2 activation out now, so
So how about this plan? Piet
he's getting 12,
to the Executor.
13.
Oh, he can't get to Jakku. Why would he not just play Piet? Why would he not just play that to Jakku? Put Piet there.
Because it costs +1 force.
He has a couple saved, but well, because Phil can just kill it. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess he can't kill it because of evac or justice. But Piet would die, and
It's like
has,
pretty big.
it has
power,
no
though.
immunity. Yeah, it's power 15, but
Okay, well
one
here we
would
go.
be
So
12.
this is maybe
This is
Johnny Chu like
surprising.
next leveling mind games and being like, let's fight here.
and Phil going for it. Why is he
Why
doing
is
this
Phil going
against
for this?
the-
It's not
there's-
right now. It's
there's
9-2.
Elsic out.
Don't do this.
Why?
Doesn't he's out of sight?
Oh, it's only a sec. Okay.
But this is not good for
So, like,
Phil.
why is Phil doing this when the
Attrition plus
executor's
2.
there?
With Akbar.
And maybe Phil was.
But cards off
overlooking
of
the
Justice. Harriet.
Does
Yeah,
he?
Johnny
Did he
plays-
forget Justice was played?
Johnny plays 2 Justices.
Yeah.
This is not good for Phil.
I don't know why Phil is doing this.
All
I felt
these
like
got
super
Ray.
advantage to
It's
Phil.
he wants to Ray, but that's bad, man. He just played 9, 15, 24 power, but Chu has 24 power. Barrich and good destinies.
Maybe just he wants to be set up at Tatooine so he can shuttle guys. Does
seem
intensify
like a good
force
play.
batteries reduce the
I don't.
cost?
I don't know why
No,
Chu did his
does
last
not.
turn, and I don't know why
That's
Phil's
the
doing
dark
this
side.
turn.
Like the both ships have like really bad armor.
I mean,
Maybe they're just
No.
both next level, and,
The part of
and
it
we'll
lets you
find out
deploy
after
guys
the
for cheap.
game.
That's just the dark part. That's
We'll
just
find
the
out in an
controlling
epic Johnny Chu tournament report.
Yeah,
what-
I mean,
what they're
if he
thinking.
played it, if he played the Executor to bait Phil into like, let's fight in space because I'm never going to do
But why
anything.
would Phil do that?
Now, you know I talked about Dave and Phil to a site? I think that Phil, well, should have played like maybe like EPP Qui-Gon,
Right,
and he has the Clash in hand.
right. To Watto's Junkyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got Clash, you've got
Oh,
Sorry,
so
you've got
Barrich
Tricks.
is now officially piloting.
Apparently he rotated mid Phil's deploy phase.
Luxor droids. What does Luxor droids do, Bane?
It would kill
Kill a
the
droid?
3PO.
Too late. Thematically, it would be cool.
So maybe Phil's just trying to burn through evac.
Yeah, that seems really weird.
So you guys can't see this. Well, actually, you can see this. I'm happy because I'm teaming with Johnny. Phil's teammates, Steve Salucci and Joe Olsen, are not happy. Woo!
Yeah, we're confused.
I'm sitting up in my chair, and they are slumped. And actually, Salucci's texting the group chat saying, "What the heck is he doing?" What were the actual word letters? No, it's, what the hell was he doing? Wow.
All right, Phil's been playing great this whole weekend.
He has
though.
been playing well.
I have some. I believe in him.
I mean,
I think this is a really weird play.
Tom Hade's point of shuttling guys.
Yeah, if he can just start killing some stuff here and not really lose much himself, like if
But
he's like, all right, I
Hera and
lose
Rey
Hera,
are
you lose
so
two dudes.
good against
I agree.
entanglements. Those
They would be
deployed
amazing on the
4
ground.
guys are just like, especially Rey is just incredible against entanglements.
Right.
The turn you attack all their sites, you just get another couple guys.
Yeah.
And I wonder right now if Phil is sort of like, whoa, okay, I just did this. Now what do I do? Because what happens if Johnny goes, everyone fights, and then land my guys and flip?
I have a theory.
Yes.
Johnny can't reinforce space much more than he already has because everything else is like non-pilot troopers. If Phil
Okay.
can survive for like a hit or two, he can probably
He can
put
just
enough
start
up
whittling in
there.
space, but the problem is those troopers can forfeit for like 5. He can throw on Felth and forfeit him for 5. It doesn't matter that they're not pilots.
He can also
He can justice and then forfeit a dude
And
for
he can also,
5.
like-
Justice, forfeit a dude for 5. Like,
He can also flip and shuttle everyone up and to start retrieving troopers too, and have 0 sights.
That's true. No
This is a
design,
very
right?
strange game. I mean, we did not. Sometimes like mains versus IE should be a battle for Tatooine system, not the trooper version.
yeah. And when Justice is out, I don't know what Phil, like, why
Now-
you play Executor, be like, all right, you have that system.
I
You're
actually
not
think
flipped.
Phil playing
So
Profundity to
he did not
Tatooine for
battle
2,
there.
or not even, or just playing to Jakku and starting to drain for 2 would have been a fine play too.
Yeah.
I don't think Phil.
Yeah, once Executor's stuck on table, you know. that
Yeah,
it's
it
got
gonna-
can't.
launcher
It
assault.
doesn't have enough hyperspeed. So what are you gonna move? Yeah, do Profundity and hold home 1, or vice versa. Doesn't matter.
Like Phil could literally just play Profundity, fly to
Jakku.
Jakku, nothing on it, and be safe.
Well, you might run into a barrier.
So, but
That's true.
Are you
So-
guys trying to say that basically Akbar fell into a trap?
He might have. Here, all right. Here comes Mahdi. Like I'm.
That's an extra
Mahdi's
6
good.
power.
6 power Mahdi. So the ships themselves are 21. There's 4 power. So it's 25 plus Mahdi's 31.
Let's put him on the Devastator.
Wow. You like tracks of 6 with Barrage. You're gonna be losing some dudes.
Yeah. The
Trooper Davin Phil.
the combination of
Davenfeld, this
Evac
person.
and Barrage is just
Evac Barrage
brutal.
and like lose Davenfeld now, and he's gonna lose. He has to lose
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
You can't barrage if there's no Battle Destiny to target. Maybe that's Phil's plan. Decline to draw.
A well
All
conceived
right.
plan.
So he pays 1 and battles presumably,
So
and
he
takes
has
the
to
Trooper
justice, takes
Assault.
the Trooper Assault, which I like. And
So I
it's
guess it's
31
almost like Phil's all
to
in on hoping
9,
there's not a second
15, 24.
justice.
So he's down 7. Well, Ray adds 1 to the total. But he draws low here.
Is it possible Phil has track Destiny yet this early in the game?
I think he's probably got his
Three-
decks
with
probably
3PO?
got good destinies.
Possibly
4 for Johnny.
barrier.
4 for Phil. So he's down 7.
Boom.
Oh, and now he's down 12. Or down 11.
And he has 0 attrition, so Chu loses nothing.
Yep.
Because
She
Bark
loses
just,
no cards.
yeah. So
I'm pretty sure choose.
I think Phil's
well
probably
ahead.
kicking himself. So now if you're Phil right here, I feel like how many is he down by? 7?
11. It
11.
was 7 off of the even Battle Destiny draws, but then the -5 for Barrage. But the +1 for Ray, so 11.
Yeah. So Phil's
Why is it?
Why is Chu full for you? What am I missing?
You shouldn't have to.
Ray adds 1. Choose.
Akbar added 2 attrition.
Oh yeah, 2.
Yeah.
attrition.
So Ray added 1 to make it
Okay.
5, and Bark subtracted 5, and then Akbar
But that
added 2
doesn't change
attrition.
anything to the damage.
Correct.
So Hera and the Profundity
Oh,
die. So
come
now
on.
it's actually going to, in a strange way, work out not okay, but after losing 2 guys and his Profundity, but now Johnny gets to shuttle everything down with no fear.
Yeah. No, that was not a good last
This is
turn
awful
for Phil.
for Phil.
Yeah, I don't. He should have just been like, all right, you have the Tatooine system. He should have played Profundity or Home 1 over to
Yeah,
Jakku.
Cam, we
to-
got the attrition. We figured it out.
over Jakku to drain 2 with launching out, and then held all his guys, and then have Hera and Ray and all
Or
these
he
dudes
can
in hand
follow
to
the
battle
home
on the.
Do 2 different things. Johnny has 2 options.
Johnny
that are
does
both
now. Yeah,
appealing.
yeah. I'm
He
just
can
saying
follow
what
the
Phil
home one,
should have done.
or he can
Set up occupation.
to play guy, land guy, occupation for 4, flip. You just lost. Ray's upstairs. This is, man, Phil just really didn't do this well.
It'd be interesting to hear
And it was
what the
all
game plan
baited
was.
by Johnny playing the flagship executor there. Somehow that drew him in. I mean, you hear Johnny from the other room. That's the Johnny Chu, like, I'm winning games at Star Wars voice. That's not the Johnny Chu, like,
I'm
the laughter
dejected.
while he's
Yeah.
playing thing. We're not like the slumped in his chair
No.
Johnny Chu, so
Yeah, he knows he's way ahead
he
right
knows
now.
he's ahead. Wow.
All right, so Piet moved over to the executor. So choose activation
Choose activation's down a little bit.
11.
But
But he has a ton of dudes out that he can shuttle down.
so, I think he waits another turn.
Sure. I think Phil shuttles down Ray and moves over Akbar home 1.
No, what happens if Phil goes heavy to 2 sites? Lightsabers.
How
at
many
both.
how many sites are there in
I think it might just be 4. But he
so that
probably
he
doesn't
can't
know that.
flip? Yeah.
Tat, and the tat. Yeah, there's 4.
4. Yeah. So Phil can go heavy to 2 sites.
He goes like Qui-Gon and Luke, Ray to Qui-Gon Cider, but then Luke still gets beat down.
Yeah. Yeah. He'll have to put Huh. Jin was just in a reserve deck there, so clearly he 3PO'd her at some point. That seems weird because you want characters that draw on their own against troop. 'Cause at some point, there's going to be trooper, like random troopers at sites, and you want to be
Yeah, and you never put a low
going
destiny
guy.
card back. Like, you just take the turn off with 3PO.
For some reason, I think Phil got in his head,
There's gonna be a
Trooper
space
IE
deck.
doesn't play enough space, so I'm gonna pile space and try and take him out of space, and that's what he locked into that game plan. And then when
Couldn't
Chu
get out of it.
put Barak out there and put Flagship Executor, was like, nope, this is what my play is, and
The thing that's crazy is, like, Phil had multiple lines that would have been fine. He could have played guys to the ground. He's got over sights. He could have waited to attack. He could have done a bunch of things. Could have played the battle planes.
it's still early. Like we're not obviously calling
It's not
anything
over,
about
but like,
this.
honestly, like,
but
Qui-Gon
that's
to
a
the battle
huge
planes wouldn't even been a
setback.
terrible play.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to use choke, but so now his best guy's there. Johnny now gets to play 2 options. He can. I would just not touch Luke, and I would go guy.
All right, so he's doing Luke and Leia.
Leia's gonna make Johnny set up a little slower by suspending intensified forward
Yep.
batteries.
He is going to do that.
He didn't just draw a card, did he? He's got to run space.
He's got to move home 1.
I mean, he should shuttle Ray down.
Yeah.
Shuttle Ray, move home 1 over. But yeah, you feel like. Oh geez.
Did he draw?
Is he draw? Is he just straightening his pile? I can't tell.
Don't you do it, Phil.
Do you guys have like a hyperscape or something?
Is he drawing
No.
a card?
I think he's drawing. I think he forgot to move home 1. I think Phil's punting this game. Maybe,
So,
maybe nerves got
To
to
the
him.
chat, Worlds Finals are hard, especially when things feel like they're slipping away. It's easy to snowball. Looks like he forgot to move the home 1. The current power is
15?
21,
On light. Yeah.
24, 30, 34 to 15.
15.
So he's down 19, and that's behind Barrich.
Oh, he didn't draw. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe he was using Ray. Maybe that's what we were
I don't know
seeing.
what he was doing.
It looked like he was drawing.
Why didn't
So-
he shuttle down Ray? That was his one chance. To get her
Well,
attack.
not one chance. If Devastator chases him over,
So,
then he
chat,
might
it
move
looks like we
back
got a
and
little
shuttle
confused
down Ray.
watching what was happening. It looked like we were
Mistaken on Phil's
mistaken
drawing.
that he was drawing. It really did look like he
Yeah.
was.
He might have been drawing bottom of
Maybe
force
drawing
draw.
bottom, like fanning his hand out or something.
Yeah.
Now, from the stage of Star Wars, he's got a drain of 3 and a drain of 2 now. But we kind of know that does have firepower potentially. Although Johnny can.
But Johnny can do a lot of damage with this deck. Like, that's what this Trooper IE deck does, is just pile out 9-10 damage in a turn.
And the Desert Hearts on the right is trapped the site.
Yeah, so Luke's stuck over there.
And resists a drain of 2. He can move the Devastator. He doesn't need to.
All right, so here comes the
Here it
Splooge
comes.
of guys.
However, it's off of only 11 force. And
Now,
Johnny's
is
gonna
it
wanna save
possible
3.
that we've been trashing Phil way too much, and that he didn't shuttle Ray over because he actually thinks that if he moves just the Devastator over, Ray and Akbar can hold their own.
Justice.
But like that he wants to set up that.
Did he kept Ray because he thinks he might follow him? Maybe. Yeah, I don't think not shuttling Ray was a huge mistake. Like,
But like now
that's-
he's got a drain of 5 on the table with firepower. It's
Yes.
like,
Yes, I think playing the profundity.
Like
And all
Obi-Wan
that
for the
stuff.
profundity or something.
Well, he's gonna retrieve it with firepower this turn, unless Johnny moves over the ship.
I don't think Johnny is gonna move over.
All right, so he flips. No, he played occupation. He might as well pile the system. Oh, he is moving over this.
That's a lot of
He doesn't
damage.
want
Stick. It's a net of
profundity coming
6
back.
versus a net of 2 with firepower in the drain. Like now it's just a drain of 2. Before it would have been do 5 and also retrieval. Right.
Yeah, Tom Kelly's pointing out like there's no downside to chasing because it's not like the executor's gonna die even if Phil plays another ship or like Obi's for profundity or whatever. Piet's the only one that would die because he just justices.
And not only that, he can like retrieve his troopers, lose his troopers, retrieve his troopers with his objective, and tactical those troopers back.
Is that solo down with on top of Leia?
Solo, Leia, and
And Han are all trapped on one side of the.
That's Solo, Leia, and Luke.
Yeah.
it's also weird. It's like all of his resistance guys are out. It's like the Leia retrieval text is also
It's
kind
like
of
Phil
blind.
missed a pull on the aim high in time to make Johnny pay for retrieving a trooper.
Oh,
So the wheels may be coming off.
yeah. There's a lot to remember in this game.
And now,
He's
and
at the
just
end of a
skating,
long
we're doing
weekend, you get
hard.
fried.
What are you doing? You
so
just
we were talking about what card to grab.
you just
Is it
randomly
this
put
card or Hujik's? Now, in the way the game is played out, it's this
It's still
card.
Johnny's turn, right?
Oh boy.
He grabbed that to pull what?
He played We're Doom combo to pull Grimtosh, but
Oh, but now he can't suspend
well,
occupation with it.
maybe he's got a free ride in hand. It's no biggie.
Yeah.
Just gonna
Maybe
get
Johnny doesn't have
back with
another
3PO anyway.
occupation.
Maybe he's just thinking, I'm so far behind at this point. My only out is a Grimtosh loss to like kill 2 barriers and 2 trooper assaults.
Okay, fair
That
point.
could be huge. That could be a good play.
That could be a good play. Because Johnny probably does have 2 trooper assaults and 2 barriers at this stage.
You're right.
Maybe even 2
And
gigs.
possibly 2 trooper
No,
patrols.
not 2 gigs.
Oh no,
right, yeah,
one
time.
trooper patrols on the Justice.
Oh, force push is insane against Grimtash.
Oh, Johnny Chu.
Johnny Chu.
Good at
I
this
was
game.
just thinking, like,
There
is
goes
there a way,
2
what way
doubles
can he
down.
put cards back? Is there any other way? And I was like, oh, force push. Okay, cool. Sensed it coming. Awesome.
Ouch. Phil is
And that's the type of play when you make it, you're gonna feel great
You feel
about your
so happy.
how you're not
and
only
your
that, but
opponent
you're
feels
gonna
demoralized.
Feel like you're
like Phil right now has got to be feeling like, okay, I got the Grimtosh, and then
Yeah,
he does
and-
that,
and
and you're
it's
like,
such a
oh, he
cost,
just put
too,
his
like, he had
doubles
to
down, so
grab
now
his
what do I do?
card
Yeah.
that's gonna stop him from taking 4 next turn.
Hoping we're gonna see a free ride from Phil.
No.
Well, now that's grabbed. Yeah, does he have a second grabber in the deck?
No.
He might have just baited that because he has a
Yeah.
free ride combo.
Chu has a free ride. I mean,
It's something special planned.
Yeah,
Something
yeah,
special.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's the Admiral's order.
But
going
I think
off.
Phil's goal may be to just loop that with 3PO.
Double
2
Admiral's
Admiral's
order.
orders.
Yeah. 3PO for Phil.
We see the. Oh, he grabs the battle planes.
Could be a good play.
It's not a terrible play. Johnny's getting as much activation as he wants, and
I think he might just be pulling the 0. I don't know that he's going to deploy it. I think he has to go hard to Tatooine.
Johnny's lost ball. Not big. Not too many cards in there.
No,
Like, if you
he
think about it, he's got the 2 Admiral's orders. He's
battled.
lost
He's been
Faye,
drained
Felth.
twice. He lost.
Felth got
Yeah, he's
retrieved.
probably got 6 cards in
6
there.
cards. I mean, Phil's not either, but it's about to be.
Yeah,
This is somewhat similar
right.
to the game
He's facing 7 damage right now. As
that
the
we
board state is.
watched email play against Chu, where it was Tat CPV, and he like email like fought heavy over the farm, and then Johnny just went like guy the other play, and everyone was stuck
Yeah,
at one site.
yeah, yeah. And Phil should know better. You don't need multiple dudes at a site. I mean, you don't want to get beat down, but you.
You guys are playing Hujix.
Yeah.
And he clearly has to have it at this stage, right?
All right. So he goes Anakin to a site.
Barrier.
Chew barriers and Phil grabs.
So he's grabbing the right card. Grabbing Trooper Assault's wrong. Grabbing Barrier is right.
Chu has 2 barriers in hand right now that would just be next level balls with that force push.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear Tom Kelly, but he said if Chu has a second barrier right here, that would be next level balls out play to pretend he force pushed it back against Grimtosh and still keep the second one. I don't know that he would though.
I don't know. I don't know if that's even the right play. It's just so ballsy in a game with your head.
Yeah.
Just pointing out the balls of it. I'm not saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can he play weapons display to make him lose 2 potentially? But that's not even necessarily good. Now I wonder if he can flip him back this turn. He has 2 guys. It's about.
He's expensive. He'd have to move a dude into the Desert Heart.
I would do it at the cost of he's blowing my Hoochicks for sure. I would move Leia there.
Oh, he's battling.
They're in the Qui-Gon against Stormtrooper Patrol.
But here, like the Trooper Assault is just free. Nobody can swing.
Yeah, but if he reacts a dude and Trooper assaults, like he only kills one dude and he doesn't flip him back. But
Well, he still could by.
But the guy's there, and I don't think it plays more than 3, right? So we have to have the 1.
so he swung and hit. There was no react.
Wow.
He swung and hit. So it seems like he's gonna get a gick out of him and clear the site.
Phil's gonna have a good turn. It's a good turn for Phil. It's a great turn for Phil. Somehow.
So there you got a gick out of him. And now he flips him back. He didn't even have to move over into the Desert Heart. That's pretty big.
Man,
And home 1 can move over.
This
That was a good turn for
that
Phil.
Grimtash thing, we all trashed it. It might have just been the best play.
And now he solidifies to 2 sites, so Chu can't flip back because Chu has to control 3 sites, and there's only 2 open. So Chu's got to clear him off a site to flip back. No, there's 4 sites in the deck.
Phil now. Up somehow.
Your day 3 losers are all a little befuddled because Phil just kind of turned that around. I hope Phil, I hope you're watching this later after winning and just being like, haha, F you guys for
I know what I'm doing.
doubting me. I've got this.
That play would have gone a lot worse had Cheer had Stormtrooper Patrol.
Yes, Tom Kelly points out if Stormtrooper Patrol and Trooper Assault comes down right there, that play is not nearly as good. But
All
and Trooper
Phil
Assault
needs is
wasn't
a
hit because he
Saturn.
took it off
But
of
Trooper
Justice.
Assault,
But
yeah.
but
The patrol on the
it
Justice.
worked. It worked, and
Now it's possible that there was a misplay by Chu not getting the patrol off of Justice if he didn't have one in hand.
Mm-hmm. Well, he must not have his second Justice yet and doesn't want to burn those
No,
because
but-
space battles.
But when he played it, when he took the Trooper Assault the first time,
Oh.
you're more likely to draw the.
Yeah.
You want the patrols in hand more. Like the Trooper Assaults feel like you're gonna have them.
Yes. Yeah, so taking that the first time in the first battle. I agree. And he retrieves one with Walkling. He popped Walkling for something,
Profundity? I don't think he's lost anything since he lost Profundity, right?
I guess. So now he's going to take a drain of 2 and 1. And we have a chess match.
Lando, Luke.
I still think Phil going so hard to the system, like he could have done this same ground stuff while being over on Jakku. I still think that was a mistake, but I think he's also recovering well.
Good Destinies for
544.
Yeah, so Chu's got good options to come clear stuff for battle.
So who's it's Anakin, right?
Anakin and
Yeah,
Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon.
So
For-
can he get? If he plays EBP Vader or something,
And battle's free.
there's the clash. There's no force for clash, right?
There's no force
If he
saved.
plays EBP Vader now and Trooper Assault, bunch of troopers,
And can clear both.
he clears
Move
both,
over,
move one
flip.
guy over.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I
Move
think
back to-
if he has some of that stuff, then yeah, I think. Who wins this game if Chu never flips back, but the home one keeps running around?
Phil, because he's gonna drain at that site for 2.
He's draining more than, but Chu just drained 3 this turn. I mean, Chu's draining as well.
But it's 3 every other turn.
Chu drains 2 and 1 and 2 and 1.
But if he can shuttle up to the Executor, if he doesn't have to move the Devastator back, so he's getting 2 at
Yep,
Jakku
there
every
it
turn.
is.
Here's Brian Fred.
And something special.
It's a Brian Fred signed.
Something special is
EBP
huge.
Vader. From my box of cards. Guy didn't tell me he took that.
So Phil has a sorry
It's
about
actually
the
Mike
mess
Gem's
here.
card they gave to me for this tournament, or for a tournament a while ago. Dragon Con 03.
All right, so if he, yeah, and we know his destinies are good. Phil doesn't
DragonCon 03,
doesn't
the
have moments
first
or
world
anything, so
championship that
he'll hit
Johnny won.
Anakin.
Nice.
Deployed for free as a react to initiating the battle trooper assault.
So this is good. I was a little nervous he didn't have that because then Johnny just then Phil swings at the one trooper
And kills Vader, yeah. But it's still, yeah. Now they'll both be immune.
Definitely swing at Anakin here. Oh,
no, because he had the.
He knew the destiny was 455, so he knows he's gonna hit.
You
okay,
guys don't
true,
play
true.
the close call.
Well, if he draws
No,
4-4,
there's no.
then,
You have your moments in
no.
here, so that would be huge right here,
That
because
would
then
be
Anakin would
insane.
stay alive and he couldn't flip.
I mean, their trackiness could stop the 4-4 on Qui-Gon, though.
True.
Yeah,
A little bit risky.
hits a trooper, sure.
All right, and Vader will die with attrition then.
Vader dies with attrition.
So then he can't flip. He'd have to shuttle down
I think
Yeah,
he
he
shuttles
can
Piet down
and just to flip.
and flips and moves the
Yeah,
guy
might
over.
Devastator over. Yeah. Okay.
Although, he probably doesn't have much in hand to take another hit on ground.
Oh,
no,
he
he
could
can
shuttle
move
the
the
Devastator
Devastator over and
people.
shuttle over.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's way
Obviously, Tom Kelly again. It's like he's played Entanglements a number of times.
Well, it might not be better than
All right, good call there. I'm happy that Johnny made that play. He justiced
For this-
but he did it too late.
He
Oh,
took it back.
they drew Destiny.
He'd already drawn Destiny.
Or did he?
No,
No,
they
because
haven't- they have not
Chew
drawn
has not drawn a
Destiny.
Destiny. Maybe he's just changed his mind. He has the option right now, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, he's thinking.
Might have a close call in his hand. Is thinking, maybe I want to subtract 3.
If he draws low.
I don't know if he plays close call.
Yeah, it looks like no close call in Chew's list.
So he did take the card off Justice. So only Gik is left. So Vader and he decides to lose a trooper and keep Vader,
Makes sense.
and they cover
Yeah.
because Anakin's forfeit covers. Yep, and obviously Vader's better than a random trooper.
He has a decent force power. I mean, he only played Vader that turn, but battled for free, Wallen for free. His next turn.
But he's not activating that many.
So you shut down Piet, flip, and then consolidate modern Piet.
He's activating 12. Paid 6 for Vader. Now he's paying to move dudes around.
Yeah, there we go.
Now, what guys do you think Phil still has? Is the Obi? He gets a guy back. It's pretty
Obi.
good.
It's not gonna
All right,
consolidate.
Chew right here pays to retrieve a trooper after flipping. So he did move Piet down. So he has the whole stack Devastator.
If Phil can go heavy and take one of the sites, I think he's gonna win
You think so?
because
It depends on what.
Oh, Chew found another
Evasion.
tactical sport, so he can come down hard again.
he's got a lot of cards at force power.
Tactical support at this point.
But there's how many troopers? I mean, there's some left because he's retrieving them.
I think he's got. He probably has 2 in his deck.
This is where like
It's
EPP
close.
Obi would be amazing.
Yeah.
I played EPP Obi this weekend. He was great. Like a Ahsoka, something like that. It's like another because your Qui-Gon's dead. And you're like,
So there's a run Luke run in the deck.
whoa. There's
Which-
a run Luke run in the deck.
Which battling Mahdi and sending him over.
That's cool. Tech.
If he sees a second Gik. He can pull Gik off Justice.
So
So he
chat,
burned
there's a
one
run Luke
kick.
run in the deck, which I think if there's like a win percentage like they do in Magic, I think that puts it to Phil's favor.
So if he can make him burn the second Gik, take it off thing and use it, and then do that, like he still needs to get 2 beats for that to happen. But it's
And
It's
he's got
possible.
and he's got
solo,
tricks.
He's got
solo with run Luke run. Can you run Luke run out of the desert?
no.
Yeah.
But he's still has Clash and Sorry, and he has tricks still. So it's I don't know what his life force is at, but he hasn't taken a ton of damage because he
No.
flipped him back.
And
He's-
Johnny's taking damage
Eh.
in bigger chunks.
losing that Ray or the Hera and Profundity is just so big. Having Hera in hand right now, like how big would that be?
Looking at this game the way it's played out, like Phil, we trashed Phil and yet he's still in the game.
Phil's playing great after
but it's
that.
possible that was just such a blunder and he should be winning this game by like 30.
Quite possibly, yes. So he stacks barrier, pays 3 to stack barrier, and then
Sense solo.
He's using Sense
Yeah.
from Lost Pile with Solo to target against Obi,
Okay.
and he cancels it. No, it's stacked still, Johnny Chu. Okay, so Chu stacks it, it's canceled. Phil loses 2 because there is no try, but the Sense is out of play. He loses the leadership that I guess that was Oisa maybe,
Jedi Love.
and Jedi Lev. But now he burns Solo, so no Clash or other tricks from Lost.
And it's funny when Johnny looks like he's gonna win, I talk, and when Phil looks like he's gonna win, Joe talks.
You can maybe see a slight bias.
And I just
Um,
talk sometimes.
So
Tom's just stoically studying.
So here I think if Obi can kill Piet and he shuttles down Rey to the desert and flips him back. Oh, he's Obi swapping for Qui-Gon.
Oh my.
Could be heat.
I don't
Does
think he
have
has
the
enough for
Force?
Qui-Gon, but he's just like if Obi dies right here. I have Qui-Gon now for next turn.
Qui-Gon.
There was a lot of hand movement.
Why would he not have enough to deploy Qui-Gon? He's activated like 19.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
That's 12.
So if he can make
It's
him-
not, you're 13. It's not that much. He's Luke effect.
You're right.
Oh, sorry about the
He's
mess,
got
too.
sorry. Yeah.
So he's gonna have to kick this battle. This is what I was saying. Is like what's Johnny's rebuttal to this?
It's gonna be Gik, but then if he can then run the
obviously
front,
it's
yeah.
Rick, but like
Oh, he's reacting.
Flipped back at us here.
he can if he clashes. No, he doesn't if he clashes. Okay, so does it?
Okay, so he can
Good move over
swing, hit,
wins,
He can sorry about the mess
and now he's sorry combos.
Gick.
and then he moves. Yeah, he moves.
Yeah, this game is Phil's
Yeah,
gonna
now
win.
he takes the Gik.
Phil's gonna win. Man.
And there's the second Gik. So now Phil wants a third beatdown if possible. And now he runs home 1. He needs.
Why are people so afraid of the desert?
I don't think. I think that was his last force. I think that was his last force to run home 1. So
Yeah.
he can't flip him back.
Can't flip him back.
That's huge. So now he's gonna take
If he has
5.
Hujix, I would have landed Ray. No, you can't. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Doesn't have Hujix. Good call. So yeah, no Hujix in hand for
For Phil.
Phil, but also no good target for a beatdown to happen.
All right.
So it loses 5.
Yeah.
And hopefully Johnny remembers to look at his objective, top 3 cards. Doesn't look like he's.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
is.
now he does,
Yep,
right
you
there.
go. Preemptive strike.
Can tell what he took there. Maybe
Okay,
another
maybe
justice.
command or something.
So Salucci's off camera, but he's like sitting behind me and so nervous because he helped me and Phil and I and a whole group of us. Shout out to John Michael and Cryptophis and Ross and Kyle. And you've been gone the last 2 weeks. Tom, where have you been? And Tom Kelly and Cal Alder. And so we're so pumped for Phil here. But it's gonna be a close one. We're alternating between like fist bumping and like cringing. Yeah. Yeah.
The more I think about this, the more I think of like just like how ahead the Jakku is as a match.
I think his life force has got to still be fairly high
No,
too,
just
because
the
you don't
overall
put that many.
matchup.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. Before on paper, Jakku's
because
good.
I don't agree with anything that he's done in terms of like the ship.
A lot
like,
of this
think
stuff.
about if Hera and Rey
A lot of
were on Tatooine right now.
Right. Hera and Rey down there, and Phil's just dominating. Right, but in terms of this game and how it played out, I think Phil still has a slight
He
edge.
rebounded well from that turn where he really.
Where he just lost everything, and
lost
Johnny
his
lost one
mind,
card. Yeah. He didn't lose everything, but Profundity and Hera is.
But I also think that Johnny like putting the biker scouts upstairs too. Like this is a card intensive deck, and putting guys in space means that he doesn't have like 7 troopers to go.
I was like, I thought it locked down space for him. Bark plus an Executor. I was like, alright, he locked down space. I don't.
He needs to now, especially with no justice.
Yeah,
he can't just
this.
take the
So
7.
Phil not flipping him back here is huge, because now Chu can shuttle down those biker troopers and stay flipped, and like he doesn't
So
have
what
to
do you think he
control
does?
3
You
sites
think
to
he,
flip.
like-
He doesn't have to clear Phil off. Right now, he would have to clear Phil off. If Phil had 2 more force and could move both those dudes like to the desert.
There's some arrow.
Yeah. All right. So Mara comes down.
Does he have another gig in hand?
So if he can battle and hit one and draw Destiny on the other, and like clear that site, Yeah, I mean, maybe he
got
doesn't.
two ships
Maybe he
at
just shuttles
Tatooine.
dudes down. He just shuttles down a couple biker scouts, and
That seems
and knows-
bad against like a World of Clash of Sabers.
but he knows
Fire
Sari's gone.
powers.
Solo's already been burned.
Okay, so he's just.
Oh, move Vader over. Shut.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
now I feel like the home one's gonna battle that Devastator. There's nothing on Justice.
What are you
There's
doing,
Akbar's gonna be drawn 2 Destiny. Oh, he has a command in hand. Okay.
Okay.
Phil might walk into that then, though. And Sense is already gone. It's not. He,
I mean, he only takes 2 this turn. And a lot of the best guys are on the table
yep.
for Phil.
Yep.
But it's definitely a profitable battle.
He's any guy to win the game. He has the Stormtrooper Patrol, maybe. Here, run, look, run in hand.
Oh.
Yeah, run, look, run. I think would be monumentous.
Yeah, that'd be game.
That'd be game. Does he play both kicks?
Play
Does
what?
he play both kicks?
Yeah, you play both.
Yeah, he's played both.
Guy run, look, run for the championship. Does he have it? We should all like scream if he plays it.
But like, Choose played Barak alone. He's just assuming all of Phil's dudes are out basically, because Solo, Rey,
Is he
Leia.
counting? Is he counting all his guys?
His hand is Smokescreen and Clash. So okay, so Clash on Mara or Vader.
Swing, hit,
Swing,
hopefully
hit, and
There it is.
okay, there's the Clash, and then Smokescreen a 7, and Peel like 6.
It's gonna be
It's
it.
got a hit.
And it flips
There
Chew
it
back.
is.
6,
No, it doesn't
6.
There's
flip
run
Chew
the
back.
run.
Oh, and run, look, run with 3 PO.
Handshake!
Yeah, the world
Wow.
champion.
Phil Aasen, champion. Wow. Well deserved.
Here's some clapping in the background.
Clapping in the background for him. Just would look like a bad matchup for Johnny.
At the beginning, it looked like it was going great for Johnny.
It really did, but it's somehow just I mean, ultimately, this whole feature match when we were doing the second game with Emo in the court, we're dealing with like Obies and Lukes against Ortugs and Troopers. You know, like the main characters won the fights.
Yeah. Not
Well.
a good time for dark time scrubs.
Not a good time. We should probably do an interview. And that was like probably by a lot of diff too. I don't think he had too many cards in Lost Pile.
I'm gonna go congratulate them.
Yeah, we're gonna go congratulate Phil and Johnny for a good tournament. We'll try to get people back on the stream. No 3-time champ. Disappointing. No extra $200 for Justin Desai. Also disappointing. That's not the big part here, obviously. I'm sad my friend didn't win, but he gave it a good shot. Good run, Johnny True. Good run, Phil Aasen.
Thanks for listening, guys.
You could have made $8 grand.